right. Yeah.
come on the show or to write for us or to do whatever she wants to do.
We should try to, well, we're live now, so we won't go into too much detail. But yeah, getting as many people as we can would probably help because friends of friends like to watch the show that their friends are on, you know.
Except my friends, because they're all lame and they don't like to watch things. Like one thing goes to bed at 8:30 every night.
Hello,
my friend, I'll remain nameless, is doing fantasy esports for a video game, which I didn't realize was a thing.
What's up?
Yeah, it's a thing on it.
Fantasy esports.
Hacks.
It's pretty redundant, isn't it?
Yeah, I was gonna say that.
Well,
I'm playing video games while we do the
ironic.
podcast. Don't tell anyone.
Me too.
I'm playing
ARMS. So, is anybody else going to tell Eugene that he's dressed like a lumberjack? Or?
No.
He's a lumbersexual, man. Let him go.
Mike, remember the dude who's dressed like a pianta? How do you pronounce his name?
Piantissimo?
The first part, though. Is it Il Piantissimo or Tu Piant? When I was a kid, I always thought it was the Roman numeral 2, and it confused me why they put it before his name and not after it.
Well, because it's Italian, isn't that Italian for the?
I guess. I don't know. What do I look like, an Italian?
The two Italians on the podcast, we don't even know the language. Yeah, I think it's Il Piantissimo.
Wait, Justin,
I speak Spanish. Leave me alone.
Are you Italian?
About 1/4. My grandmother was almost full-blooded Italian.
That's not
so that makes 3 because Steve is also very Italian, at least on his mother's side, I think, right?
Yeah.
Not that Peacock is a particularly
I got
Italian
a Italian
name,
on his mother's side.
No, it's Quinto is the family name, as a matter of fact.
Wouldn't it be Quinto?
No, not Quinto.
No,
Quinto.
Quinto would be like his Spanish sounding.
Yeah, that's how the Spanish.
God, we sound like a bunch of rednecks.
Welcome to Infendo Race Talk. If we've offended your race, congratulations, you won the grand prize this week.
All right, so is everybody recording? Let's get synced up.
No.
We're already a couple minutes past. We're already a couple minutes past. Let's get focused and get ready to rock and roll.
Does everybody have open the YouTube comments? That might help if anybody's talking.
I said hello.
I will open it after this arms match. I'm in a 3-way. I'm trying not to get the shaft end.
All right.
All right. So
fine.
Are you ready to sync up, Mike? Are you going to hold off for you?
No, I'm good. I'm good. I can take my hand off controller for a second.
All right. In 3, 2, 1.
326.5.
Oh wow.
Justin.
And mine was 320.
Test.
Got any mic issues or something?
No.
There's always mic issues.
No, it's recording my voice fine, but it didn't spike at all. I was 317.
317. What you got, Steve?
I think it was 3815. I don't know. I kind of forgot.
Have fun editing,
ask him first.
You know this. You always go with me last now, too.
Well, it's because Lucas complained enough.
All right. So we'll I don't know if anybody wants to take what in the news. Do you guys have
what do we have? We've got Labo, however you pronounce that, and then a couple of little footnotes.
Yeah, I'll talk for a bit about each of these, but I feel like we're just going to kind of wing it tonight and just kind of talk up mostly Labo.
That's kind of what I figured. I mean, each of those definitely deserve a mention, but I'm not sure that they deserve their own specific news topic. You know what I mean?
I just don't know if we're going to be able to.
Nintendo again. What else is new?
See, I just don't know if we're going to be able to talk for like 40 minutes about Labo. Like, I think we're going to have to throw in some other points of discussion, or we're going to burn out.
Well, I'm hosting Nintendoons, which means it always takes a long time. So.
I was just going to say, so it'll be okay. We've got Nintendoons, and we can fill space with change the system, because I've been playing some interesting stuff. I don't
Eugene, can you rotate your camera a little bit? You're like way off on one side, and your face gets cut off.
Yeah, all right.
I love it.
YouTube, send your complaints to eugene@infendo.com.
Or you can send them to tips@infendo.com so we can all read them.
Okay, we ready to go, guys?
Ready when you are.
Okay,
Let's rock it.
let's get started. I'm gonna make a note in my Audacity. Okay. Hello, everybody, and welcome to Infendo Radio. We are episode 426, I believe. It is the 21st of January. I'm recording with a bunch of fine-looking gentlemen this evening.
Oh, my.
How you guys doing tonight?
Oh, my.
I'm good.
How's your arms match?
I'm right now. I'm in a fucking what's it called? The target match, and I'm getting my ass handed to me. But you know what? I'm okay because I literally showered right before the podcast, so my hair is all nice and fresh, and I am rocking.
Okay.
I'm rocking it.
I like that. That's what I like. Well, how you doing tonight, Justin? You got your Nintendo hoodie on, probably real cold up in the East Coast.
No, not as cold as it has been. And fortunately,
it's
my
like
furnace is finally running. So,
Sure. Yeah, well, I know you got Steve up there, so I know there's probably snow still in Utah. So how you holding up?
No, the snow's almost completely gone now.
Okay.
So as I expected, we'll get more tonight. But yeah, all the snow we spent all day yesterday getting is all gone already.
Okay, well,
So.
that's kind of sounds like how New Mexico snow works too.
you
You're
guys
probably
get
still
snow?
sweating over there, Lucas. How's Florida treating you?
Oh, it's cold, man. It's snowing and freezing, and there's ice on the roads. It's tough. It's a tough life, but I'm living it.
you say that, but I know people in Florida who have had snow not too long ago. So,
Yeah, that's
It's
a
not
fair
unheard
point.
of.
No, I'm doing good. It's a sunny tropical paradise, and I'm soaking it all up. So
Nice. Well, that sounds fantastic. I was living in some water floodage over at my house. I think I sent you guys some videos of it, but there was a city line break, so they had to like dig up the asphalt in front of my house, and I didn't have water all day yesterday. So that was fun.
jeez.
They were working slow too.
Yeah, it's okay though. They got done. I didn't have to pay for it, so all is good. But yeah, so we are here to talk some in Infendo. Well, I guess Nintendo as well. But yeah, we've got some stuff to talk about this week. Nintendo dropped a bomb on us. Labo. I don't know who wants to take this one, but this one kind of came out of nowhere for me. So I honestly didn't know what the hell you guys were talking about for a while because I just saw like messages pop up in the group chat, and then I saw in the Discord there was like a new like Infendo Labo thing, and I was like, is that like some meme that I'm not getting? What the fuck is going on?
My parents saw Mike's video go up, and they're like, "Why the hell is he talking about cardboard?"
Oh, yeah,
I didn't watch the direct until the day after it happened, so I saw what Mike was talking about in our group me chat, and I'm like, what the hell is going on? Like completely.
Oh, with Steve, it's like, yeah, I know. Steve sounded like he was having a seizure in our group me chat. It was like didn't make any sense to me.
So I guess for those of you,
speaking of, please, I posted a YouTube video for my impressions with my girlfriend, so please watch that and comment on how much better she looks than I do because I had a
So for those of you who aren't informed, which probably isn't many of you because, hey, you're listening to a Nintendo-themed podcast, Nintendo introduced Labo last week or this week, which was a like all cardboard peripheral-based game where you make the pieces yourself and attach your Joy-Cons, and they do a variety of things with sensors and HD rumble and everything to basically create little games, almost like kind of what you'd expect from like an opener kind of thing with like, I don't know, Wii Sports or something like that. It has that, it gave me that feel. That's what I got when I got it. It's a bunch of like little games.
Yeah, I mean, it's the first thing I've seen for the Switch that made me think I might have to actually start sharing this thing with my kids. Because
Sure.
Because I mean, there's and let me just say that robot game looks pretty darn awesome.
We build like the Gundam backpack thing.
Yeah, I mean, especially like if you didn't watch the direct, definitely go to Nintendo's YouTube channel and watch it. But they show even how the mechanism works, and like you've got strings and pulleys and stuff, all made out of cardboard and tape and stuff like that. And you see like somebody moves their arm and it pulls a thing up, and then the IR sensor on the Joy-Con reads the motion on the tape and interprets that into the game. It is amazing. It's so Nintendo, so out of left field, and yet so polished and perfect. I mean, granted, we haven't seen it in action, but the people who've used it said it works as well as they show. So
yeah, and it's cool because like the piano one too, like when they talked about it, the piano one, like every key has like a silver strip on the back of it, so like the IR picks up like when you push that button, like how the light changes from that key. That shit dope. Like,
yeah,
I like how
it is the future.
Can we break it down for people who might not have actually been able to see it yet? Like what all the different types are? Do we have a list of that readily available? Well, I'm asking.
If you click on the link, there's a list right there in that article. Right.
Well, there are two games. There is a variety pack and a robot pack.
Yeah.
The variety pack costs $70. The robot kit costs $80, and
US.
On the robot is just one game and one cardboard kit, but the variety pack has things like a piano, bug creation thing, a fishing thing, a racing simulator, something you put a backpack on some guy and make him fall down or whatever.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
Oh, they have motorcycle handles apparently, so you can drive down, kind of like almost a combination of like augmented and virtual reality, but in kind of a more practical sense, I guess.
Halfway through that article, Lucas, there's a list of everything that's included in each kit. If you want.
Let's see.
So on the list we have Toy-Con RC car. We have Toy-Con fishing. They call them Toy-Cons. That's hilarious. Toy-Con fishing rod. Toy-Con house. Okay. Toy-Con motorbike. Toy-Con piano. Toy-Con robot.
So a lot of these, I think that's all of them, right?
So far,
like a lot of these are what you'd expect. The Toy-Con RC car, you attach the Joy-Con to like a little like robot thingy, and you can press the buttons, and the vibration makes it walk like you would have it walk. The fishing rod, you basically set it up, and you attach your Switch to it, and you can like actually see the fish and reel in the fish. The house is bizarre. I barely understand.
Yeah, it's weird. There's like a bird or something living in it.
Yeah,
it looks like there's like some sort of cleanup game or something going on the gamepad screen.
I think it's
Switch screen.
It says it's basically like a Tamagotchi. Basically, it's like a virtual pet. You can feed it, play games with it. I want a Labo, guys. I'm gonna be. I swear to you all, when it comes out, I'm gonna be reviewing it for Infendo, whether I'm alone or not, and whether I have to buy it myself or not. I'm gonna be reviewing a Labo.
Yeah, I'm getting it.
The Toy-Con motorbike is amazing because it's basically just the plastic Mario Kart wheel that we got for the Wii, but like you build it out of cardboard and it's a motorcycle that you can ride. Ugh.
And anybody else think that's going
there was one, I forget if it's the motorbike or not. No, there's also another one because like they had like an actual steering wheel and shit too, but like fucking there's one with like an actual pedal on it and everything. You can like push down drive and stuff. Do
you guys think they make them pre-built for joyless adults who don't want to make the cardboard and just want to play the video games?
Oh, come on, don't be lame. You know you want to build.
Well, I guess if we build it, we can videotape ourselves having a horrible time trying to get it to work and post that to our YouTube.
There we go.
I'm gonna be fine because
we can
I
do
work
an
in-
Angry
I-
Steve segment.
Sure. Like I spent 3 years in warehouses and factories. Like cardboard is my thing. I will have this shit assembled before you can even be like, "Oh my god, it's a Labo." I'll be like, "Done."
I have the precision of a 26-year-old Italian male. We're not meant to be precise operators. We're meant to smash things and get out of the way. So,
It's funny.
Speaking of cardboard,
anybody else think that the steering attachment is going to be used for a new Mario Kart?
For Mario, I could definitely see it. Like I could creating like a cross-play
cool,
kind of thing.
Yeah, if they had a Labo be like multifunctional, that'd be dope. But like what I was gonna say is, for anyone who watched the impressions video I made, I needed to recant my statement because when I recorded it, there was a report that you don't need to the Labo cardboard was free and like you can have it sent to you and shit for like replacement. Like that was a mistranslation from Nintendo or for some Italian website. You have to it's all included. You have to buy it as is. You can't just buy separate pieces of cardboard.
Okay.
But what is cool though is like when I also said like this looks like not like your typical like cereal box cardboard. This is like some fucking this is some high quality like factory warehouse
grade. Yeah.
Yeah, like this shit is meant to be like folded and like properly, but folded and like take wear and tear, like hold shit. So I think like they had this planned out. They probably had they probably had like demo cardboard kits with like fake ass like fucking the cardboard they put inside the calendars and shit. They probably had like that ready to go and like fucked around with that and it broke, so he went to like the industrial cardboard. But for kids, this is great because kids can run around with it and like paint on it and like get it all fucked up, but it'll probably still work just fine.
Yeah,
they thought this out. This is
awesome.
wastewater quality stuff.
Yeah.
Can
really
we
cool.
talk for a second about the robot suit and what it actually entails? Because like you were saying, Mike, it has a giant cardboard pack that you strap to your back. You basically turn your Joy-Con and your Switch into like a headset, and you've got these pulleys that look like nunchucks that you wear on your arms and legs, and it like senses your movement. It's bizarre.
And if you bend a certain way, you transform into a fucking car.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that part.
It's so cool.
It
It's
kind of
so
reminded me of that.
Go ahead.
The turning into a car kind of reminded me of that Super FX game Vortex, where you're mech
Sure.
and then you turn into the spaceship and then you turn.
Yeah. So I have a little anecdote. So my buddy Chris, we actually saw this video come out. He's like, "Did you see?" And I was like, "Yeah, I saw it." And he's like, "What the fuck?" And I was like, "Yeah, I know." And then so we had a conversation where like, it's really cool, but it might not be like for us. But like his son got home from work and he showed it to him, and his son was like wanting to go buy it like that day, and he had to explain to him that it's like not coming out. So like
Until
so, like,
420.
I think Nintendo for sure is going to be hitting up that younger age demographic. And like you said, Justin, I think they might have like another type of Wii Sports on their hand. Like this is going to be a huge, I have a feeling, like for the younger age group, like
Yeah.
I have like Nintendo right now has kind of hit the older age group. Like they're kind of hit our demographic, right, with the Switch, because you've got your Skyrims and everything like that. But if you think about it, there's not really anything for kids, and like this is that.
See, I don't know what you're talking about, because 2 out of 5 of us have already committed to getting this thing. So this is for kids.
Yeah.
Well, but you know what I mean, like.
Yeah, I know. I'm joking. No, it really is. It's a good fit for kids who might be feeling a little muscled out of this generation of Nintendo, because like Nintendo's kind of grown up with us, and like 20-year-old, like all the world of Nintendo figures. So I keep saying that like it's such a good time to be a kid with money, basically, because like
Right.
they have all these figurines of games when we were kids, like Star Fox characters and stuff. Like I want to snap up. Like Nintendo knows that for whatever reason, like the millennial generation never really grew up. And we're still playing video games and we're still buying toys, and so they're capitalizing on that. But it is good to get the next generation in there, because someday we're going to be 40-year-olds with like 10-year-old kids, or in some of our cases we already are.
I turn 36 tomorrow.
I want to say that like I grew up like with like my mother loved to make like cardboard like stuff for me, like imagination wise, like. Yes, I grew up, Justin. I know, believe it or not.
No, I'm laughing at your banner there.
Oh, hey, Justin.
Oh, yeah.
Your loop back is on. I can hear a hiss.
Oh shit! All right.
Yeah. But anyway, what I was saying is like my mother like used to make all this cardboard shit for me. Like I made a rocket ship out of like a refrigerator cardboard shipping box, and I like put like the NASA channel on TV and flew around in that, and like I had like action figure play sets made out of cardboard boxes and Velcro and stuff. So like, and like that helped me like spur a lot of different oh hi Minus, you joined the call. It helped me spawn a lot of different like creative like influences and stuff. So like this is definitely something that they can give to kids, and it's going to help them grow. It's going to help them like become creative and see how creative they want to be. And because then they can color it too, they can design it to look at it however they want. This is going to inspire a lot of children to like be like artsy and creative and build things, and it might turn into something positive for them, and it'll be like a really good like brain building activity that they then are going to waste away by
For
playing
sure.
robot all day long.
As you're saying that, I'm feeling like, because that was my exact experience with Mario Paint when I was a kid. Like Mario Paint was, I feel like my generation, like the people who are like in their mid 20s now, that was like our generation's like first game that was like, hey, you can make videos, you know, you can do sprites, you can like, and that had a big impact on me personally. Like this could be this generation's like Mario Paint, you know? Like that
For sure.
creativity angle is definitely there. Admittedly, in a lesser form, because once you've made the cardboard, you've made the cardboard. But like, you know, it gives me that same kind of feeling.
It would be interesting if they did have some sort of like Lego aspect to it in the future where, you know, you buy something with the parts and you can customize your thing. And then, you know, the IR sensor can see the shape of it and put it up on the screen.
That would be impressive. At the very least.
Oh, go ahead.
Oh, I was just going to say, at the very least, let's hope it sells well and they're able to keep making more of them, you know? Because
It has to sell well.
Sure.
if it does, well, yeah, it's Nintendo. But
That's
like,
what-
if
that's
it,
what-
The problem, it's going to be cardboard you're not going to be able to buy.
yeah,
Okay.
no, but I just mean like if it sells well, then they'll be able to start making new packs, you know? They'll be able to
Yeah.
start coming out with like, you know, additional things and kids can keep building and growing.
I don't
and,
doubt that they're gonna sell like the kit separately for like some kind of multiplayer thing, like multiplayer robot battles and stuff. So you can buy like the cardboard for it separately. But what I want to say is too, I was gonna say like oh yeah, like they waited this long in the Switch's lifespan, which is not even a year yet, but they waited until we've crossed over 10 million units. So like they know they have the market for it. And if they don't think they have a market for it, they can fucking sell more Switches. That's not a problem at all.
yeah.
Like they have like plenty of pull power to make this sell hot.
I guess the hardest thing will be, and they're already doing a better job than they were doing selling the Wii U, because their catchphrase for the Wii U was that like you got to play it to understand it thing, and that turned out to be a huge mistake. Because like nobody wanted to try it before they bought it. Like people just wanted to get the system if they wanted it. Nobody wanted it. But like
Right.
with this, at least they're showing off gameplay and video, and like people that I know that play video games are talking about it. So it's a step in the right direction. And they do have the Switch's backing. The Switch is an insanely popular system. It outsold the Wii U in like its first year. Like it's doing really well. So there's already a market for it, which is nice.
Yeah, and I mean, even if they only hit a niche market and you know it doesn't take off something huge like they hope that it does, I feel like the investment is low enough. I mean, yeah, it's good quality cardboard, but it's also still cardboard, you know. So if it doesn't take off, or it only takes off with a small audience, it's not going to be a huge detriment to the company. You know, if it just
it's like
this little thing in the corner that, you know, only a few people go to.
It's basically the cost of a game. Like they cost what, like $70 and $80 respectively or something. So it's not like, you know, you're trying to sell like a brand new system or brand new add-on that costs a couple $100. You're literally just basically selling a game and like $10 worth of cardboard.
So what I'm hoping is that in the future, when they do start releasing this as well, what we're hoping, like maybe like add-on packs, right? Like that you just have to buy like $20 for the cardboard or something, like, right? That comes with like a little code that you can just scan in or like just type into the eShop, and then you can like get those new levels to play. So then you don't have to like, there isn't that the other extra cost associated with the actual cartridge. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, brain think time. If Nintendo could cross Labo, fuck, can't say it now. If Nintendo could take their Labo franchise and incorporate it into any other Nintendo IPs, what do you want to see? Because I'm looking for, I'm thinking Mario Sunshine, Flood, or like Luigi's Mansion, Poltergeist.
I'm gonna steal the Discord chats group because I know they've been talking endlessly about Metroid. And I would love an arm cannon for like a Samus first person kind of like mini game thing, you know? That would be way too much fun for me. So
or Mega Man.
Yeah, Mega Man too. Although that would involve Capcom. At least with Samus, we're nice and secure.
Sure. I'm thinking actually non-third party or like outside, like maybe they can make Labo like for like a movie franchise like Ninja Turtles or something like that. You wear like a Ninja Turtle
God, you could
backpack
get
or
like the
something.
weapons.
Yeah, and you get the weapons or something like that.
Okay, so I'm thinking Labo PUBG. You build yourself a little gun, you point to the screen.
What about
know what
Labo
that is.
Minecraft?
Dude, what about
Actually,
Labo
activate
Arms?
Ooh, Steve, I like that. Labo Minecraft. You could put the Joy-Cons like in the pickaxe and like
Yeah. And then you could wear, I don't know, they could do fucking VR if they wanted to, since it's such a high resolution game.
And then you get unlockable armor. You thought you enjoyed your leather armor? How about cardboard armor?
Yeah. Immediately bursts into flames when you walk into the Nether.
I don't know. I know it's not a series that usually gets a lot of add-on support, but lately I've been wanting Pokemon to branch out and get some stuff. It'd be cool if you could like make Labo Pokeballs or something and have that be somehow
Labo
affected
camera,
by
we can
it.
finally get a sequel to Pokemon Snap.
That's a good
Snapchat,
idea.
yeah.
Snapchat.
I know I fucked up, but it's okay. Move on.
Way to ruin the moment, Eugene.
Eugene is already
Dude.
prepared for the release day of Labo.
Dude, I think Justin killed it there. I would like a cardboard camera that I could put my system into and play Pokemon Snap.
They don't even have to make a new one. There's already a camera that they show in one of the videos.
Yeah, dude, that's amazing. I love that. All right,
Yeah,
that's Nintendo Labo. Moving on.
Wait, they made it seem like there's a camera one?
We've
What?
solved it.
I don't think there's a camera
Yeah.
one, Steve. I think you're making that up.
No, there's something that looks an awful lot like a camera.
Hang on, let me see what they've
I'm
got.
not going to try and pull up the video because my computer's
I've got the
maxed.
article right here. Well, there's the house. All right, was that what you were thinking of?
No. I'll on the break pull up the video on my phone or something and point you to what.
I think it might be the house.
Does the house have a little thing on it that turns like a camera lens?
You
You might be thinking of something that's not a camera.
Okay, well, anyway, let's stay informed. Edit that out, Eugene. Edit it out. We didn't say it. It never happened.
No.
There is a camera one. It's on the article
Huh?
actually. It's like it's on the video. It looks really.
See, I
I'm not as fucking crazy as you think I am.
I don't know about that. Oh, there it is. Eight new Labo Toy-Con. Yeah, you're right. There's a camera, and it
Yeah,
looks
see?
perfect for Pokemon Snap. That's
See?
amazing. Okay,
Thank
Steve's not crazy. Oh, cool.
Now
They're gonna
you
have a-
don't get to edit that out.
Guys, so they even have a customization set here, kind of like what Mike was talking about. Like they have stickers with like Nintendo characters' faces on them. They have colored tape that you can add onto it to personalize it. So there really is like a creative element to it. I like that.
So Nintendo is selling off the supplies.
Steve being right in this instance counts as his 1 point toward Nintendo. So
Shit.
While Justin's hosting, it's probably the only point I'm going to get. Justin, you got some Game Boy games for me, right?
All right, well,
not yet.
Do we want to briefly touch over the other news that happened today so then we can move into Nintendo's? Because it sounds like we're already kind of ready for that. What do we say, guys?
Who wants to take those last couple of things so then we can move on?
Can I take the first one?
Okay.
Being the former Sony fanboy here. The Sony Amiibo that everybody's freaking out about because they don't actually do anything. Basically, what they are is Sony World of Nintendo figures.
Yeah, they attach into each other.
They're like actual functionality, right?
They're like little puzzle pieces that like attach into each other. It's officially called the Totaku Collection, which is a stupid name, but so is Amiibo. So what are you gonna do? Yeah, everybody's got mixed opinions on it. All the Nintendo fanboys are like they stole Amiibos because Sony kind of takes Nintendo's ideas. I didn't say that.
Makes them not as good.
I didn't say that though. Sony, if you're looking for a sponsorship, you can sponsor our Nintendo themed podcast.
The funny thing about that is Skylanders were the first toys to life figures I remember.
Yeah.
And then came Amiibo and then
Spyro.
And then came Amiibo and then came the Lego Dimensions.
Yeah, so it all kind of loops around.
Well, and Disney Infinity was before Amiibo.
Oh yeah, I forgot about Disney Infinity.
But I guess the point.
So did Disney.
I guess the point that Steve was trying to make is that they're not even really Amiibos. They look like Amiibos, but they don't do anything. So like, they're just figurines. It just seems like
packaging looks like Amiibo, basically.
It's just kind of like, I guess my biggest thing is, why is this a thing? because, like, I don't know, I didn't grow up with Sony, so admittedly I'm not the best judge here, but I never really found Sony characters particularly, like, memorable, or, like, I recognized, like, one of them out of the Kotaku collection.
I mean, how many Sony characters are actually Sony characters? Because I know, like, a lot of the characters and franchises we associated with PlayStation back in the day were actually third-party games.
Or
like Crash Bandicoot, which, you know, wasn't even PlayStation exclusive. They had a GameCube and a Game Boy game, you know.
Wasn't he Naughty Dog? Was his publisher?
Yeah, Crash Bandicoot was initially Naughty Dog, but it was still
Nathan Drake is also Naughty Dog.
Yeah, but I think Uncharted is a Sony exclusive franchise. Right. Crash was not.
Crash started out as one, so I'm not sure what you're talking about.
Yeah, Crash went non-platform exclusive around the days of the PlayStation 2.
Color.
Well, nobody ever accused us of being a Sony podcast, so I guess we don't have to be totally sure of what we're talking about.
No, they used Crash to mock Nintendo and Mario. So,
May Station Radio, if you're listening to this and you want to get on board with us, we're always happy to take, you know.
Yeah. The point though that Justin was making does stand. Most Sony associated characters are no longer Sony exclusive characters.
I think the console wars have kind of died down, especially for Nintendo, because like Nintendo's been out of the console wars for years. It's always been an Xbox versus PlayStation kind of thing. But personally, I have no interest in this. I never really played Sony systems. I never really cared to. So,
Well, and I already got my Crash Bandicoot amiibo. It was called the Skylander. The Crash Bandicoot Skylander, so I'm good there.
Yeah, I might get somebody from my friend. I might get the Crash one, and if they make an Ape Escape one, I'll get that, and I might get Skylander. I might get Parappa the Rapper, but I don't know.
I have no love for Sony at all, so like this.
Yeah, I mean, Sony's kind of a hit or miss thing for me. So yeah, none of this really excites me. Like I said, there aren't any Sony exclusive character. The God of War, I'm sure they probably have a Kratos or whatever figure. I couldn't care less. You know, it's like none of those characters, and maybe it's because of my age, but I would sooner get, you know, a Sonic, you know, Sega line of toys, because even though I've always been Nintendo, Sega means more to me than Sony or Microsoft or any of that.
Nice back pedal there, Justin. Commendable.
What?
At least if I got a Sonic figurine, I can make him and Mario fight.
You could do videos like when they were burning the Animal Crossing amiibos in like the oven and stuff on YouTube.
Hey, I've been begging for years that they release a Sonic amiibo that looks like the original like 90s design where he was cute and chubby.
They kind of missed their opportunity there with Sonic Forces.
Yeah. Sonic Mania.
Well, you know, a game that doesn't have Sonic and that wasn't made by PlayStation, Mario Odyssey.
What about Mario Odyssey?
Where's the crickets? we totally
are you throwing this to somebody?
We neglected to capitalize on this segue.
He wanted to talk about it, so I was going to let him get it.
All right. For those of you who are really confused right now, Mario Odyssey got DLC announced. I don't remember if that got announced during our last show or not. But kind of a side note to that is that they recently said that that's not going to be all the DLC we see, apparently. So I guess you can expect to see some more Mario Odyssey DLC cropping up, which would be really awesome. I'd actually kind of like it to get like the Breath of the Wild treatment, you know, and see a little more of it.
I would like to see some more throwback. Some actual throwback levels, like bring us some stages from
that would be
64
fun.
and Sunshine that we can explore again in HD.
Well, and speaking of Sunshine, not to segue off of a segue here, but one of the new DLC costumes that we've been announced that we're getting when the Luigi balloon thing comes out is the Mario Sunshine jacket and sunglasses from the game. So that's got me all excited.
I missed that.
Then we've got Night Mario, which will be perfect for when Eugene and Jay-Z Beast want to do their Praise the Sun memes. And then there's one other outfit that we're getting. I can't remember what it is right now. Can't remember the third one. It wasn't as memorable.
It was the performer outfit from New Donk.
Oh yeah, so you can look like the musicians from New Donk City. Yeah, so you know it's nice to see that we're getting some stuff. Personally, I'd rather get new stages to explore as opposed to just outfits, because you know, it is what it is. I don't really have anything to do with
a classic Mario outfit anyway, so
yeah, me too, actually. I've also seen some rumors, and these are just speculation, I guess, at this point, so don't take it with too much, but I've heard people saying that the Luigi's Balloon thing is going to have some stages that like alter the weather conditions of the maps. So I was just talking to Steve the other day about how like you get to go to the desert while it's all like frozen at night and everything, and then you can never go back. That might be a way to fix that problem. So again, chalk it up to like rumor mill for now. But if it is a thing, that would be pretty exciting. I'd like to actually be able to go back to like the levels and explore them in kind of a different setting, you know?
Yeah.
That would be cool. I'd like that.
Yeah, that would do it for me.
But
and that's Mario Odyssey.
I don't know. I felt like
I think that last news topic before you run out of time here. We've got about 3 minutes on the timer according to my watch.
I don't know. I want more. I want more levels. That's all I want. But like at the same time, I don't want them to be throwbacks, because the way Mario Odyssey and Galaxy, even and Sunshine, the way they handle like progression in the levels is like, oh, here's where the moon is. Like here's I don't like that. I like back on 64, you had to figure out how to fuck to do things, and like you could see the star, but it didn't tell you how to get there or what you had to do, or there wasn't some obvious like, oh hey, here's a wall, knock it down to get the very first power moon.
Well, I mean, if they do like throwback stages, I would just assume they have here's the environment, but with, you know, like 30 different moons scattered around. So it's like a Mario Odyssey level. It's just an old stage that they've placed it in. Yeah, like imagine going to the Delfino Square, Delfino Plaza, whatever it's called, the hub world. And, you know, there's, you know, like 20, 30 moons scattered around that you have to find.
30, 200, 500 moons more to get.
Yeah.
I gotta tell you, I've got like almost zero interest in more DLC. Like it's just more moons. Like almost like how you guys feel about Breath of the Wild. Like we keep coming back to this.
Well, that's the thing. Like if you like the game, you're gonna we're just gonna throw out that last topic. I don't think anybody cares to talk about it in like a minute. But if you like the game, you're going to like the DLC. If you don't like the game, you're probably not. Like Breath of the Wild's DLC was just more Breath of the Wild, you know? Mm-hmm. And Mario Odyssey's DLC, if it's done right, is just going to be more Mario Odyssey, you know? Right. So it is what it is. If you enjoy it, you enjoy it. If you don't, you don't.
Right.
Give me a Labo costume to wear and I might be interested.
Oh my God. Yeah, totally be in on it.
Well, I can see Mario Odyssey doing that too, like as the months go on. You know, it's an easy way to promote all your Nintendo stuff, you know, just start throwing out costumes to get people's attention.
Let me make a Luigi's Mansion. Give me a Luigi's Mansion backpack.
Oh, no. A vacuum handle and a flashlight. And you hold one in each hand.
Yeah.
How about you give us the Luigi?
Yeah, forget the costume. Just give us a Luigi's Mansion where we wear the poltergust when in cardboard form.
Right.
They could make a Labo kit, and they could have an amiibo button right on there that you tap your Joy-Con to.
That would be actually pretty rad. I would
totally if it worked for the cereal, if it worked for the Labo.
Hey, we beat Newsman. On to Nintendo's Man.
Okay. God, it seems just such a weird flow to this episode since we only had like really one huge topic to talk about.
Yeah, well, Labo's kind of been monopolizing the news this week, so
we might actually get done before like midnight tonight.
Right.
Say that.
Well, with that, let's take a little break here. We'll let Justin get set up for Nintendo's. He is our Dungeon Master for the week, and we will be right back.
And for those of you in the live show who are confused as to what our last news topic that we didn't cover was, we were going to talk about how Kimishima said year 2 is really important for Nintendo, but we kind of got into Mario Odyssey, and that ate up our time. So it is what it is.
And really, that's the news.
Gears
2 will be important for Switch. There you go. There's your news. There's nothing to discuss.
You get what you get. So just sit back, relax, and enjoy Infendo Radio for what we are. Don't try to change us. Unless, of course, you're an executive producer, in which case, please change us.
Oh god, that was well put.
We don't sell out unless the price is right.
Oh, I will sell out in a heartbeat.
Sell out for $5 and a graham cracker.
Oh god. Oh, Lucas, you're like, I'm not sure if they announced Mario DLC, but on our last show, remember how my fucking dad walked in on me?
Yes, that's right. Yeah, I couldn't remember at the time if we had talked about it or not, which is why I didn't want to dwell on it. But yeah, you know, I'm excited. I want more Mario Odyssey. Like I started playing it the other day and I got like through Toast Arena again. And I'm having a wonderful time. But then I realized, why play that when I could play the one game that's eluded me all these years?
So if you want some help, I can teach you how to do rocket storage in Sunshine.
I mean, sure, I'll take the help. I've got pretty far in this game before. I think at one point the only things I was missing were like some of the blue coins. So it's not like I'm scrub tier by any means. It's just, you know, it's one of those games that I never did the thing.
I know, but like rocket storage is like a good speedrunning trick you can do to like help fucking like bypass shit. I don't know.
Cool. Well, hook me up. Not now though. Like post podcast.
Yeah, right.
Watch Steve and Justin to poop it.
Steve is
I
here.
got myself. Oh,
Hey, I
Steve
pooped
here.
right before the show, so
I got some red vines, so I'll be pooping after.
I just needed sugar. I was falling asleep during all that Labo talk, trying not to bring the mood down because I hate it.
I kind of wish you
You
would
should
have.
have.
Yeah,
You should have. You
said
should have
something.
talked about it, dude.
Yeah, that's
Like,
that's
that's
what
the
we
point.
need.
The only thing that is cool about it is after spending as much time as I just did building Legos and seeing what's inside that.
Yeah, that's what I'm
Okay.
saying. You of all people, I would expect to be like totally all in
I
on this.
sincerely-
Like
Also,
already
can I
pre-ordered.
just-
So-
Can I just say that is most definitely not the only thing that's cool about Labo? But go on, keep being a little Miss Prissy Pants.
Yes,
Well,
we're
no,
gonna
like-
edit this in because I
Yeah,
want to hear your
that's
opinion
fine.
on it, Steve.
It's fucking cardboard. It's going to be sold out just like the cereal was. I
But
mean,
it comes
maybe
with the
give me
games.
Legos. I will take Legos over Labo any day.
Steve, it comes with the game. You have to buy them together. So I don't see how it's going to sell out. Like it'd be more like a Poochie and Yoshi's Woolly World package, you know?
Have
like,
you seen what a Poochie sells for these days?
these days?
I was so mad that I didn't get a Poochie like a month ago when they were available on Amazon because I was going to get one. I'm like, no,
I know.
I'll wait until later.
I don't.
and now they're
I
gone.
don't see. I don't see
Yeah.
Labo selling out. I don't see
I
them
do,
going like
yeah.
Amigos.
There's such a
I
low
will put,
production.
I will put
cost
$15
that I've seen
on
them-
it that it sells out.
I mean, it might sell out initially, but it's not like the production is that intensive or expensive. It like
Well, and
like I said, it's cardboard.
it just doesn't feel
Neither
like
was
a
the
very-
production for cereal, and it's sold out.
It
But it
doesn't.
didn't. I bought 2 boxes
Yeah,
just
it's
the
all.
other day.
It's all over.
I've never seen a
on,
box in the wild.
It's on clearance now. But that besides the point. Like, I just don't see the scalpage being as popular for that one either, because you're not selling to desperate 20-something man children who want to buy these things. You're
Yes, they
selling to like 6-year-old kids. You know?
Yeah.
I don't know.
I don't know. I strongly disagree.
Well, I'm curious to see whose future pans out.
All
I'm
right.
going to be
all right.
$15
Let's,
richer from all you guys when I'm right.
Let's let Justin take us into Nintendo whenever he is ready. Justin, do you have all your settings ready to rock and roll?
I think so. Let me set my timer and get my scorecard open here. And then I will be all set. 15 minutes. Do I have something that's a little less? That'll work. All right. Sorry. Hello, live listeners watching me futz with my iPhone trying to get everything set up here. All right. Got the scorecard.
Do you need me
open.
to keep score for you, Justin?
No,
Okay,
I got my app
not.
open. I mean, you can back up if you want to. It never hurts to have extras, but
I trust you. I'll just back it up in the chat.
I don't.
All right.
As long as you get my one, just put me down for my 1 point now, and I get it regardless. I was right about something earlier.
Give him his 1 point if he doesn't get a point on the show. I don't want Steve winning over a technicality here. God forbid we let Steve win the game that doesn't matter.
God forbid you let Steve win a game with 1 point.
Okay, I better set my timer since I've already moved my stuff over. All right, are we ready?
Whenever you are, big guy.
All right, welcome back to Infendo Radio, and it's time once again for Nintendo Tunes. If you are new to the show, here's how it works. I, the host, am going to play music from various Nintendo games, and these yutzes are going to have to guess what games they're from. That can span anywhere from 8-bit NES all the way up to the Switch. I am not going to play any music from games that have not come out yet because that is totally cheap and unfair.
Someone's still a little salty from last week.
Last week, every week.
Hey, at least you guys are going to get the crown at some point.
Oh, God.
All right. So without further ado, by the way, if you go to the Infendo Patreon, you can, at the $2 tier,
Yep.
You can actually suggest a game to be played in Infendo, or Nintendo, son of a bitch. Nintendo. God damn it.
And by the way, for those of you listening, that's www.patreon.com/InfendoRadio.
Thank you, Steve. We have 3 Patreon suggestions this week. At least I assume so when I checked about 2.5 hours ago. So let's get started with. We're going to start with one of my selections. As soon as I can get it open here. Sorry, my iTunes is on the wrong playlist. So, all right. And we're going to go with this one. Oh, all right. That one's not ready. Screw it. We're going with this one. And go.
Away we go. Diddy Kong Racing.
Nope.
Wait, no. I know this. Mario Kart SNES or Game Boy Advance.
Well, that went fast. Point one to Lucas.
Yes!
Mario Kart Super Circuit for Game Boy Advance.
I knew it was a racing game. I just didn't know which racing. Yeah, it is like the worst Mario Kart.
I loved it back in the day, but yeah, it did not age well.
Yeah, that's because it was the first one that was portable.
All right, well, since you got that one already, I guess I'm going to have to pull out the hard ones.
Oh, joy. Here we go. 1984, 85.
Well, it's newer than that. This one comes from a patron, and I don't have I apologize. I don't have my Patreon open anymore, so I will look up. It's a
1984 game half of us have never heard of.
I will look up. Shut up. I will look up who suggested this while I play the first track.
We're trying to solve for you while you look it up.
Half of the fun of Nintendo antagonizing the host. Is this like Metroid 1? No,
is not
stupid.
I have to know who this was so I can get in their head.
I am working on looking that up. So
is it Phantom? Is it Illusion of Gaia? What game is this?
Well, the fact that you don't know might actually make this more fun.
Oh God!
Is it a Game Boy Advance game?
It is Game Boy Advance. Whoever guessed that.
That's
me. Hero Mission. Or,
Mike, you don't get a point for guessing the system.
All right. This one comes from.
Is it like a card game or a board game?
It is. I'm going to guess it's a platform game, but let me bring up the information. This one comes from JZ Beast, by the way.
Oh, that's a wild card.
Is this Scourge the Hive or Contact?
It is not whatever it is you just said.
That's what you guys said I was doing last week. It is not.
Yeah, it's
Can we
all.
Throw me a developer.
Oh, wait, can we get a second song?
Sure. And the developer is Magic Pockets.
Oh, it doesn't
Oh.
That
I have limited information on this, but from what I can,
Wars, is it?
it is not Advance Wars. From what I can see from my Google search here, it looks to be like a isometric beat 'em up sort of game.
Did they make a weird beat 'em up Resident Evil for the Game Boy Advance?
I think they did actually, but no, that's not it.
Well, damn.
Do we have any other questions? I can drop a clue, but I'd rather answer a question.
Game title?
Stealth platformer is how Jay-Z Beast describes it.
Is it like
Stealth?
fucking
Steve, stop. Steve, get out of the chat.
I'm not in the chat.
Well, you were still on the thing, so.
Oh no, that was forever ago.
All right, so we have Game Boy Advance. The developer's name eludes me from it.
you're like magic.
Yeah, he did say it's not a particularly good game based on a very bad license.
Huh.
I'm gonna get in the chat now.
It's like a Splinter Cell game or something.
What?
It's like a Splinter Cell game or something.
It is not. It is
Spy versus Spy.
No, it is not.
Damn.
It is based on a movie.
Is it like Charlie's Angels or something?
Think worse.
Oh, God.
Is that possible?
Oh,
Pink
it is
Stealth? Is it Stealth?
Is it Pink Panther?
Is the game stealth? No. The genre is stealth platformer, according to Jay-Z Beats.
Worse than Charlie's Angels.
Yes. Worse than Charlie's Angels, also female protagonist.
Oh, Totally Spies?
No.
Damn!
Oh god, it's probably is it like a fucking like a Lizzie McGuire movie or like a fucking
Stealth platformer with Lizzie McGuire?
it's possible. Like Kim Possible, like Lizzie McGuire, fucking I don't know, Mary Kate and Ashley, I don't know.
All right, I'm running out of music here and running out of good clues to give. All right, think of some of the worst movies that came out in the early 2000s with a female protagonist.
Lucas, you work at a movie theater. Go.
Yeah, I did work at one of the early 2000s.
Yeah, he was like 5 at the time.
It wasn't like Tim
Early
Is it
Reed.
Catwoman?
2000s.
Is it Catwoman?
It is Catwoman.
Oh.
Catwoman for the Game Boy Advance.
Wow. How the fuck did you guess that?
He said bad movie. I was going to say Electra next, but I don't think there was an Electra movie.
I'd forgotten there was an Electra movie.
Huh.
Oh, God. All right,
Yeah,
Catwoman.
That's what you get for guessing one on the first one.
That's what you get for being right.
Yeah, that's what you get for being good.
That'll
That's
teach
what
you to
you-
inspire to greatness.
That's what you get when you let your heart win. Oh wait. Never mind.
All right, let's see here. We are going into round. Let me see how much time I have here. We are going into round 3, and we'll try this one. Let me know how the volume is.
Loud.
Better?
Kinda. Louder.
That's higher.
Too loud.
Sorry, it's already almost as low as it can get, so I'm trying to very delicately adjust it.
I like it now that it's not killing me.
Well, now I don't like it.
Is this one yours, Justin, you said?
This one's mine.
So
I
it's
like
licensed.
this.
This sounds like another Game Boy Advance game.
Goof Troop.
It is not Game Boy Advance. It is original Game Boy.
Is
I'm
it
not even
licensed?
gonna justify mine. Okay.
I didn't hear you. Sorry.
I said Goof Troop.
Oh no, it is not Goof Troop.
Okay.
Let's see here. Alright. I'm trying to find.
How about a genre here?
Ooh.
Or a second song.
Yeah, I'm working on that. Genre's kind of tough to nail down there. I guess it's I don't know. I have to look up what Wikipedia calls it. Give me a minute. I've played the game and I don't know how to describe its genre.
I've had that.
Action is how Wikipedia describes it.
I'm guessing this is an older game.
Original Game Boy, yes. It has not.
Oh.
It did not come out recently.
Oh god, original Game Boy. That really limits my options.
So come on, Steve. This is the bone I'm throwing you.
I know, right? Is it licensed?
It is licensed.
Is it Gremlins 1 or 2?
It is not Gremlins.
So you'd be
You
like,
motherfucker.
Was it a Disney license?
It was not a Disney license. Good question, though.
okay.
Is it a movie license?
It is a movie license.
Can we get another
Is it
shot?
like one of the Rugrat games?
Nope.
Was the movie like an adult movie, or was it like a kids themed movie?
It was an adult movie that a lot of kids would have liked at the time.
Who Framed Roger Rabbit?
Also, good guess, but still not. But it's still not a Disney game.
Oh, I didn't even know that was a Disney movie.
Oh man. Sorry, I farted.
Couldn't even hear it, but you know.
letting us know.
Oops, sorry about the time there.
Mike, you would make an awesome ghost hunter. Make sure you mark your audio.
Is this Ghostbusters?
It is Ghostbusters. It is Ghostbusters.
Steve like gave that to you.
Like Steve, you answering?
Steve,
God,
you're a fucking
Steve.
sack
No
of
fucking
shit.
way.
God, Steve, I can't believe that.
Steve's like, oh, you're an awesome ghost hunter. I just saw Eugene's
I
eyes
get a
light
half
up.
point for that.
Steve, you are a sack of shit.
Damn. No love lost on Infendo Radio.
That is. You're welcome for the hint, Eugene.
God. Did you just like, you heard Ghost Hunter and you were just like, let's go for it? Like,
Yeah, fuck yeah.
damn.
It fit every category that he was saying. It's an adult movie that kids probably would have known about and wanted to see. Like, yeah.
God.
Let me reset my audio here before the alarm goes off.
I know, Mike. I'm feeling it too.
Good.
The Game Boy Ghostbusters game is really good too, by the way.
It is really good. Not as good as the European NES game, but you know.
I feel like the fact that it's a Game Boy game just instantly puts it too low on my tier for like playability. Like,
Yeah, well, it was developed by HAL, so.
well, that's a step up. Okay, now it's back at neutral territory.
All right, let's see.
It's in my never gonna play it now that happened territory.
No, you're never gonna play it. Never ever.
So I
gonna-
guess-
Okay, sorry.
I guess we're at 2 points Eugene, 1 point Lukey.
Yep.
Okay.
Let's see here. I need to find the rest of
Yes,
this one's probably going to go fast. I have to get the rest of the playlist into my Nintendo's playlist
Hey.
here.
Gotta go
Mine.
fast.
Minecraft, Shantae, Shovel Knight, Pokemon,
Shadow Man.
Mario,
Mario
Sonic.
Sunshine.
I hate you all. Shut up.
It's
pretty
Mario
sure none-
Sunshine.
I'm pretty sure none of you were right. I wasn't really listening, but just shut up.
So in other words, all previous guesses are null and void.
Probably. Hang on. All right. Add to playlist. Skip duplicates and zip down to Nintendo Tunes. And
when did we hire Hacks as our official point taker? Like, I appreciate it, but when did it become his job?
Oh yeah. Speaking of which, the points are Eugene 2, Lucas 1, everyone else 0.
Oh, speaking of the chat,
You forgot
Hacks. I've been calling Lucas Lukey way before you guys have. So
yeah, I don't know why. Last night I was on a call and Steve called me Lukey, and I was like, "That was really weird," but let's just go with it, I guess.
So I'm gonna start playing this music, and if you guys aren't paying attention, then that's on you.
So anyway, then I went to the store and I met this.
F-Zero.
There it is.
God
Which
damn
one?
it.
All right, there we go. Mike,
Yeah, that was in Smash Bros, right?
was it?
I think so.
I don't remember. God, I was hoping to get.
I just heard the riff and I'm like, I'm going for it.
Well, I'm just glad Lukey didn't get it.
Yeah, me too, Yuji.
Well, I heard that riff, and the first thing I heard was Power Rangers Turbo.
I'm happy Mikey got the point that Justy put out, and not Stevie or Yuji or Lukey, because
Well, Stevie, if it makes you feel any
have-
better, Stevie, I almost
gotta
guessed
have
Power
faith
Rangers
in
2
this
Stevie,
stuff.
but I'm like, no, that would not be a really quick
That-
game for anyone.
Infendo
Right.
Radio.
Oh my
Like
God, I
Turbo.
hate you all. No wonder Nintendo Tunes take so fucking long.
Infendo Radio, soft and cuddly edition.
Ugh.
Infendi Radio.
All right. I haven't listened to all this music, but I don't think there are any dead giveaways. Here we go.
Third giveaway.
Giveaway. Yes.
Is this Kid Icarus?
It is not Kid Icarus.
Iron Tank? No,
This
not
isn't
Iron Tank.
Does Kid Icarus have something this dissonant in it?
this isn't Oracle of
Obviously not,
Ages or
that's why he said
Seasons,
no.
is it?
Well, what was your guess, Lucas?
Oracle of Ages or Seasons?
No.
It's not like Pokemon trading card game.
No.
Am I on the right system?
No.
Is this another one of your games?
Yes, this one's mine.
NES?
Yes.
Batman?
It kind of does.
No.
It kind of does sound a little Iron Tankish. If you already said that, Mike.
I did say Iron Tank already.
I
No, it's not Iron Tank. It feels like is it a sports game?
No, it is not.
Is it Mega Man?
No, it is not.
Is it
Is it
Capcom?
licensed?
Is it Capcom?
It is Capcom. I was just about
Oh,
to say it might be this. It might be the same composer. In fact, I think I recognize one of
So
the
it's not
names.
Mega Man, but it's Capcom. So
Castlevania? No, they didn't do
DuckTales
Capcom.
2?
No, it is not DuckTales. This one is not licensed.
I don't know that many Capcom series. Is it like Street Fighter or Puzzle Fighter or something? Are they even Capcom?
God, I hate
Was it Puzzle Fighter?
you. No, but it is Street Fighter, but it isn't Street Fighter.
Street Fighter
Well-
2020.
Yeah, it's Street Fighter 2010, but yes, and I don't know. Do I give this one to Lucas or Mike?
Can we both get a point? Because, like, I got the game. Mike just
Yeah, I'm good with that. That
specified.
makes a three-way tie.
Which excludes Steve entirely.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, Mike wouldn't have gotten Street Fighter 2010 if Lucas hadn't said Street Fighter, but Lucas said Street Fighter completely out of the blue, so
Yay, points for everyone except Eugene and Steve.
I don't
so
need
now
points.
it is tied at 2 because I can't put half points on this app.
That's
That's
by
fine.
me.
We'll just-
I'm just
Just
here
all
to piss
shit.
people off.
And you do it so well.
I know.
All right, it is time for another Patreon request, and let me look up where this one comes from. Whom this one comes from, rather. This one
What's the
comes.
score now? Are we all tied?
2-2-2.
Yes, everyone's tied at 2.
I almost said Street Fighter 2010 just as a joke. I'm like, they didn't do Capcom, didn't do that. But
Including
apparently they did.
Yeah, and Street Fighter 2010 was only a Street Fighter game in the U.S. It actually had nothing to do with Street Fighter in Japan. So
Really?
that's All right, so here we go. This one comes from Minus, and
Oh, great! It's an RPG.
Sounds like Breath of Fire. Is this Breath of Fire?
it is not Breath of Fire, and I'm assuming that it's an RPG, but I actually don't know. So give me a minute to look this one up.
So it's something of something is the hint.
I will neither confirm nor deny that because that's a little too specific this early in the round.
It's something of something. It's an RPG. So it's either Secret of Mana or Illusion of Gaia or Darkness of Nabaron or...
Is it a Game Boy Advance game?
It is Game Boy. It is Game Boy Advance. And yes, it is a role-playing game.
Sword of Mana?
Is it a Tales game? Is it a...
What was your guess, Mike?
Is it a Tales game?
No. All right, I'm just gonna throw this out there before you all just kill me with your guesses. Of is not in the title, so have fun with that.
Is this Golden Sun?
It is not.
Oh, good. I was gonna guess that next.
Is this Lufia?
Nope.
Get a second song. Oh God, it's so high pitched.
It's got to be an RPG. Did we
It's
already
not-
say it's an
yes, it is.
RPG?
You said it is.
It's not Chrono, is it? No. I'm not sure what
Can we
number
get
it is.
Can we get the system that it's on? Did you say that
Game
already?
Boy Advance.
Game Boy Advance. I've answered all these. Yes, it's a Game Boy Advance game. It is an RPG, and it does not have "of" in the title. I've got to see what chat is saying about this.
Why is it such a high-pitched sound?
Because it's a Game Boy Advance, and Game Boy Advance had a terrible sound card.
The Game Boy Advance had some good music. This is just not some of it. Or is there a Rocky RPG?
Alright, let's get another.
Is it a Star Wars game?
Nope,
Oh, is it that Sonic Chronicles bullshit?
it is not.
No. That was a DS game too.
Lucas or I would
Oh,
I can give you another clue, but I don't think it's going to help. The developer was Japan Art Media.
Well, that answers that question.
Classic.
Oh yeah. It's no, I can't say that's racist, Mike. You can't do that.
What?
I'll be honest, I have absolutely no idea.
Is it? Did I say? Is this Scourge the Hive or Contact?
I did no. I don't know.
You keep guessing Contact. Are you talking about Contact that like?
Oh, that's on the DS. That's on DS.
Yeah.
Yeah. Is this like Lufia?
That no.
You already guessed Lufia, you idiot.
Is it fucking Lunar?
I know no RPGs. Like,
Well, this probably isn't going to help.
Tennis.
No, this probably isn't going to help you any. But the publisher in the U.S. was Ubisoft. So, how many Ubisoft RPGs can you think of?
it's,
I've got nothing.
The only
No,
one
they
I
didn't
know
even
is
do that.
Live, that's not even on that system.
What did you say, Steve?
Oh, that wasn't a guess. I'm just saying the only Ubisoft RPG I know is Child of Light. But that's
this
on
isn't
the-
like Clonoa, is it?
No, I'm getting the feeling that nobody's going to get this one. So
Nope.
when you're ready to give up, I'll just.
I give up.
I can see.
I got nothing.
All right, Mike, you want to take a stab at it? You're the only one who hasn't conceded. I mean, you are conceded, but you haven't conceded.
Yeah.
And a jolly FU to you, sir.
All right.
I
All
can't
right,
even say that because he's not wrong.
All right. This is Lunar Legends.
Hey, fuck! I said Lunar. I know I said that game.
You said Lufia twice. I didn't hear you say Lunar.
No, I fucking said it.
You said
I know I
lunar,
said
but
that.
like that could be anything. Like lunar.
I mean, if I'd heard you say Lunar.
Oh
Jacob says
my
Eugene,
God.
don't give up. Minus says so close, Eugene. So
Jacob in the group.
all right, chat.
Jacob in the Google chat says you said lunar, but not Lunar Legends, so you get it wrong.
Okay, but so
if-
Lucas gets a point for Street Fighter 20.
No,
Hey,
no,
I haven't
okay,
said a
okay.
thing against you, Eugene.
Okay.
Don't be coming out at me.
all right, everybody.
bad.
Okay, Since there is confirmation from a listener that you did say lunar, I will give you the point. I did not hear you say lunar, so I was just waiting for somebody to confirm it.
I just like to point out that I
wasn't coming at you. I was just coming at anybody.
But
anybody.
I'm going to reset my audio while you guys are arguing.
Lucas is garbage here. I feel like people that can't see our faces are going to hear the podcast and be like, they're breaking up. They hate each other. This is how it starts.
Oh, thank God I'm not hosting this week. I just quit right there. Peace, I'm out.
Let's see here.
Oh, God.
All right, let's go back to one of mine. I need a stumper here.
Wait, hold on. I'm shooting a protein bar. Give me a second. I got to swallow.
That's what she said.
The Yoshis in Mario Sunshine make me thirsty for fruit juice.
And on that
they
note,
like
you're starting to
vomit.
Okay,
They
I'm
like
back.
vomit juice.
I'm back. Oh my God.
Tool Time. Home Improvement, the video game.
No, fuck.
This is like WarioWare on Wii.
No.
Is it WarioWare on Game Boy Advance?
This is
No.
Super Nintendo, isn't it?
It is Super Nintendo. So
This
Is
is
it
like-
WarioWare on Super
Yeah,
Nintendo?
so that pretty much excludes.
This is like fucking it's not Toe Jam and Earl, it's not no.
I feel like you're going to be way off if Toe Jam and Earl is what you're guessing.
No, but like I'm seeing things in my head. I've heard this shit before.
That's called ass.
I was
You might
going
wanna
to
get
say. I'm seeing things in my head. They're telling me to burn people.
Is this? Did you give us genre yet?
No, nobody has asked. The genre is first-person shooter.
Doom, Wolfenstein.
Okay, this isn't Yoshi
Hexen.
Safari, is it?
It is not Yoshi Safari.
Damn, one of these days.
Wolfenstein, Doom.
There's not that many. Super Scope.
Master Shooter 2000.
Oh my
kinda
God!
I kind of regret answering that for you because you will never guess it if you get.
No. I know.
Is it
It's
like
not Doom or Wolfenstein.
is it like
it's
House
not
of the
Doom.
Dead or something? Was that ever on Super Nintendo?
Nope.
Did Quake ever come?
Nope.
Quake was on 64.
Wait, is this a bullshit game? Is this like some kind of troll pick, Justin?
I don't know. What would you consider a troll pick?
Fucking that Noah's Ark game?
No. This was an
Oh God!
officially released, officially licensed game.
Did this use the Super Scope?
Not that I know of.
Hey man, Noah's Ark was an official release.
If this helps you at all, it was also released on the Game Boy.
What?
8 old games.
Is this like what is that game called? I'm trying to blink here. It's not like Hexen or something.
No, that's definitely post-states this. It started out as a PC game.
Blaster
Is it
Master.
like Quake or something?
Nope.
Did Marathon come to the Super Nintendo?
What was that, Eugene?
Did Marathon come to the Super Nintendo?
Nope. I have a feeling you guys are never gonna guess this.
Super Shoot 'em.
Okay.
Shooter game.
This was a PC game. It was ported to the Super NES. It was also ported to the original Game Boy, and it is a first-person shooter on all of those.
Shoot 'em up 2016. I don't know.
It has a very generic name.
Big game hunting.
Called Shooter.
Blam.
Take game.
Kapow.
Oh my god, no.
Boom.
What are you thinking, Mike?
No, I gave up, and I'm like, no, this is unrelated to this.
Okay. All right.
Mike's just having a personal crisis.
Are we done?
Yeah, I got nothing.
I can't.
It is Baseball 2000.
Oh, that classic.
What was it?
What?
Well, it was notable for being one of the very few, if not one of the only 3D games on the Game Boy, but also one of the few first-person shooters on the Super NES.
What
Did you
was
say
it called?
Baseball 2000?
Faceball, F-A-C-E.
Baseball.
They're a bunch of little smiley faces going around a maze shooting each other.
Huh.
I heard baseball, and I was like, a 3D baseball game? That kind of sounds cool, I guess, but...
Okay,
All
hold
right,
on. Real quick, I wanted to look up Faceball, and I typed in Game Boy Game Boy.
John.
What?
Nothing. Go ahead.
I looked up Game Boy and Super Nintendo first-person shooting games, and I got this game called Midi Maze. Is that like the same thing?
It was a port of Midi Maze. It was Midi Maze on the PC, and then it was ported to various consoles under the name Faceball 2000.
Wow. Okay.
Wow, I would have never gotten that in a million years.
Never would have gotten.
Yeah, well, you know, I threw you guys a couple of bones. I had to stump you with at least one of them. Let's see, what round are we on?
Okay, hold on. I'm chewing some more protein. Hold on.
You really are just opening yourself up for jokes tonight, aren't you?
Yeah, I was say if it's chewy, then you might have to change your diet or something. All right, so,
Oh my god.
maybe eat a few more bananas. We are entering round 9, and currently the score is Eugene in the lead with 3. Lucas and Mike are tied at 2, and Steve has nothing.
Unless he doesn't get a point, in which case he gets a point.
This is how I play.
So since I just totally killed you guys with that last one, I'm gonna throw you guys a bone and do an easy one.
Are there more than 10 rounds, or are there only 10? How many rounds do we have?
Yeah, I don't know. We have as many as I care to do. We do have one more Patreon request, so let me bring that one up before I forget.
You're gonna be here all night.
Before I forget, not the game.
All right, this one comes to us from Phantom.
Oh, fuck Phantom.
RPG. Another RPG.
Excuse me?
No, I mean that isn't like he's gonna give me some trolling RPG shit. Like, oh, Mike's back on the fucking podcast. I'm gonna get some trolly Mike shit again. Like,
Okay, but maybe that's something to elaborate before you just start like calling out her.
bubble bubble. No, not bubble bubble.
No, this is
Sesame Street. No,
this is Dynamite.
There it is, Eugene.
damn it.
What was it?
Gyromite. It was a game for the Famicom
Rob,
Robot Rob thing. Yeah.
Damn it. Okay, there it is. Gyromite, yeah. Well, now we need at least 2 more rounds so I can tie Eugene.
Yeah, and I'm gonna have to find something a little harder than what I was going to play because that one went a lot faster than I expected to. Now let's see. What else have I got on my list of difficult games to guess here? Yeah, that one will work. All right, hang on while I pull up a no, close. I clicked the wrong app. Hang on.
Like I just said in the chat, I'm sorry I didn't
Did
even
you just open your porn videos?
No, I accidentally opened the email app while I was trying to.
That is kind of what it. That is kind of what it felt like, wasn't it? It's just like close, no, close.
Oh, this is Backdoor Babes Volume 8, isn't it? I guess I said in the chat. I apologize to Phantom. I didn't mean to come off as harsh as I did, but whenever I hear people say, "Oh, it's Phantom's game," I'm like, "Fuck, what's he gonna get me with now?"
It's like the second he called out his name, you're like, "Oh, that guy!" Like.
All right, I apologize because I'm just opening this up and might end up with a commercial. So,
not only do we mess up Patreon, we will tell you to fuck off when we say your name.
Out if you want us to.
Is he in the call? He can call you out himself.
Yeah, that would be unmute worthy.
All right,
it's like that Dick's Last Resort restaurant. We'll just call you fuck off and fuck off to your face, and you'll have to pay us money for it.
Oh,
I have no idea what you're talking about, but
it's in Vegas.
Phoenix, right?
Oh shit!
Is this Capcom?
Geez, it's guessing before I even have the information up. I'm pretty sure it is not Capcom, but let me double check.
Sounded a lot like Tetris at first, but it's not.
It is.
Is this another Game Boy game? Did you just pick all Game Boy games this week?
I did not pick all Game Boy games this week.
He hates me. That's why.
No, this is not a Game Boy game.
How many Wii U, or Switch games did you hear this week? I want to point that out.
I thought I knew what it was, but I don't. I got excited.
It sounded like Phoenix Wright, but it didn't have the right sound font.
Right. So sorry, I forgot to answer your question. If I tell you the publisher or developer, it'll give it away. So ask me again, Ben.
See, you say that, but I don't think it'll give it away for me. Can you just whisper it? Just whisper it to me, Justin.
Oh yeah, this is gonna give it away to publishers like Dugong Creative Interactive Entertainment.
Can we make that a company?
Yes. Every time a game turns on, you just hear.
Is it Super Nintendo?
No. This is actually a recent game.
Oh, all right.
As in, we talking Switch recent?
As in Switch and 3DS.
Blaster Master Zero.
Son of a bitch.
Oh my god, I got it!
Oh, god damn it.
Motherfuck.
Steve, I practically gift wrapped 2 games for you this week.
What was the other one you gift wrapped at me?
You wanted a Game Boy game. I gave you a Game Boy game.
I just pulled that one right out of my bum.
Well, when you asked for the developer, I'm like, into Create. I'm like, oh shit. If I say into Create, they're going to start listing off every single like throwback game that's come out in the past 5 years.
That was fantastic. Okay, I feel better now.
That explains why I thought I knew that song, because I did.
I'm still losing by 1.
Yes,
think.
You are.
But I feel much. I feel like I've won a personal victory, so I don't even care if I win the whole shebang now.
All right. Well, that was round. No, that was round 10. That actually wraps it up because there was one you guys didn't guess. No, there were 2.
Do a couple more. Come on.
Can we have like a bonus round? Just to say screw you, Eugene, and give it some
Sure. I was gonna.
If I know this song and Lucas knows it, I'm gonna let Lucas have it, so him and Eugene can tie it.
How about this round only counts if Lucas doesn't get it?
Oh my god!
And if Steve gets it, he wins Nintendo's.
All right, I need to find a game because I didn't have another one ready. I just had my 10 rounds, and then I had to throw another one in, and it's just hang on.
What else is
I wish we had
Skyrim.
You're throwing me all off.
I wish we had other Nintendo's-esque games that we could play on the show because this is fun. I want to do more like guessing games and stuff.
Right? I'll have to maybe brainstorm in the future or in the group chat.
Lovely, Mike. Lovely.
Oh, all right. I know what to do here.
Oh god.
All right, let's see. All right, and let's go with no, not that one. Shit, hang on.
My god, you could hear a pin drop.
Oh, it's loud.
Sorry.
This is Justin.
Donkey Kong Land 1, 2, or 3.
Oh, for fuck's sake!
God damn it! No, you heard the rules. You heard the rules. Only
Jesus Christ! And I played like a special like SNES styled remix of it, hoping that maybe Steve would swoop in and be like, "Oh, I know this music."
First, I'd like to point out that my psychic First, I'd like to point out that my psychic powers are getting harder for me to contain. Second, I am actually at a point where when Justin swears profanities, I get like a dopamine high because I know it means I'm doing something right. Like he says it, and I just like my brain lights up.
All right, well, just
You have to
because.
do one fucking more.
Yeah, I guess I gotta find another one.
Yes,
Jesus Christ, you're all.
dude.
I was so not ready for this.
The sad part is I thought for sure you were going to play Donkey Kong Country 2, so that's why I was gearing up to get
I actually was going to play Donkey Kong.
And then
Country
it wasn't
2.
that, and I'm like, fuck. What is
You
it?
know,
I was going to play
pick-
Donkey Kong Country 2, and I thought, no, I got to be a little
You know-
harder than that.
You know, Justin's just
Giggity.
gonna pick a game from like the '80s just to spite me.
All right, let's see here.
Ah.
This one's going to be tricky to find one that is not going to give it away. So
Mario RPG.
shut up. Will you?
Does it count if he guesses the game before you even start playing the music?
No, it's a tiebreaker now.
Wait. Luigi's Mansion?
Luigi.
Oh wait,
is
Donkey
it
Kong
Luigi's Mansion?
64.
Donkey Kong 64.
Yeah.
It is not, and I'm going to reset my audio real quick before I continue because my alarm just went off, and I've not been keeping track. So
It is
give me a
not
minute.
Luigi's
So it's not
Mansion.
Luigi's Mansion and it's not Donkey Kong 64.
Correct on both of those.
Banjo Kazooie, Banjo Tooie.
All right, hang on. Let's get these back.
I,
And all right. So
oh God.
so you're wrong on all those guesses. Would you like another track?
Sounds so familiar. Yeah, give us another track.
Going
I can barely hear.
Termini.
Yeah, we'll see about that, Alan.
Yeah.
Oh fuck.
Wait, I know this.
Star Wars?
I know this. Why do I know this? Is this Crystal Chronicles or no?
No.
Is this Kirby's the Crystal Shard? No.
No.
I'm loving the fact that no one has guessed this.
I know this.
Me too.
I gotta see if chat's got this.
Is this a Kirby game?
Nope.
I might need a third hint. Or a third track.
Is that
A third
Mickey?
track.
Hang on.
Oh, is this Epic Mickey?
That's what I
No!
just said. Shut up.
Well, Eugene's just trying to patty whack Steve over here.
Also, you realize if Mike or Steve gets it, then we're still tied.
Then we're just done because I'm running out of ideas here.
Oh no, if I come back and get this,
I
we're still
know
going.
this game. I know
To be
this
fair,
game.
you
I
never
need
answered
another
the question.
song. This isn't like
Oh my
Metopia,
God, I hate you so
right?
bad.
Quest 64?
It's not Metopia.
You know, this is like the highlight
this
of my
Dark
evening
Moon?
here. What was that, Steve?
Is this Dark Moon?
No.
Can you turn it up? I can barely hear it.
Motherfuck, what is this? I have this on my phone.
Get off your phone, Steve.
Wait, is this Fantasy Life?
No.
Damn.
Fuck.
I know this.
Justin, can you turn it up?
Is it Bravely 1 or 2?
No.
It is an RPG, right?
Yes.
No.
Really?
No.
Is this a rare game?
No.
It's not like. No, it's not Okami.
Is this
Ken.
Ukulele?
No.
Jesus.
Can we get another song?
What?
It's
do we
killing
get
me.
What system? 3DS.
Oh, this is fuck.
No.
It's the 3DS Zelda. The one with the
Oh,
Link to the
Link to the
World.
World.
yeah.
I gotta give this one to Steve because he had it first.
Yeah. Steve
And me
said
and
it.
Eugene
Yeah.
kind of shouted it at the same time.
No. See, what happened was Steve said it first.
I could
Steve said
see
it
Hilda
first,
right now.
Title, then you and Eugene hopped in.
Yeah.
All right, I'm taking Lucas with me into the
All
sunset.
right.
Yeah.
We're
We're right off
hands.
together.
Yeah. We're calling.
We got into a Taekwondo battle, but we realized we didn't have to fight each other to win. We just had to love each other.
We were wrestling.
All right,
And then we looked down, and you were like pink, and I was like yellow, You do care.
I mean, here's we can either call this one a tie, or I can play a really, really obvious one, and whoever guesses it first wins.
No, I want to go with the tie. I'm feeling good about the tie.
I want a tiebreaker.
No, I want the tie.
No, we good.
All right, since the two winners are okay with both sharing,
y'all just don't want me to come back. Y'all just don't want this Mike Gregory's recovery, man. Y'all just don't want that.
When like the two most chill members of the group win, they just call it a tie, and they're both happy.
Yeah.
Listen, man, nobody wants that Mike Inquisition, man. No one wants me to come back on this one.
I'm just happy I got a point that was fair.
Yeah.
All right.
God,
it
killed.
Oh God, that was that last
right back.
that last round was probably the best round of any Nintendo's round I have ever hosted, because it was a game that all of us have played that everyone should have known, but nobody could think of.
Well, and it was
I've never played it.
All of us.
Oh, and the best part was I kept on accidentally starting tracks that also had music in A Link to the Past, and had to quickly change it before somebody recognized it.
Oh shit.
So I'm like, oh God, I hope they didn't hear that.
Was one of them the Dark Dungeon, Justin?
I don't even remember what I played. It was just such a desperate well,
for those of you keeping track at home, I'm up to 37 shine sprites.
Nice. All right, so do we want to? There's 3 questions here for the question block section. Does anybody want to take one or two?
I'll take one.
Anybody?
I'll take one since
I'll take Haxes, I guess, because
I'll take Phantoms.
I'll take minus.
All right, well then, since you're taking Hax, why don't you lead us right back in then, whenever you are ready.
Okay. Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Infendo Radio. We just had ourselves a fun little bonding moment. Eugene and I realized that the only thing better than winning Nintendo's is the superpower of friendship. And now we're going to do the question block, which is the part of the show where we answer Patreon questions by our lovely $3 patrons who love us enough to pay us $3 a month. And they ask some really crazy cool questions. What?
I was just saying thank you to our Patreons.
Oh, okay. I thought I got like the price wrong and I was being corrected. Anyway, we're going to start with Hax's question. And Hax Life writes in, if you ran the company for a day, I'm guessing he means Nintendo, what project would you have them start on immediately?
Oh, Jesus Christ.
What project wouldn't I have them start on immediately? I want, more than anything, I think, in my life right now, I want, like, super amazing Mario Party. I want it to be Mario Party, like, classic. I either want it to be something brand new that's just as good, or I just want it to be, like, a 1, 2, 3 bundle. Either way, I want it to have online play, because
Game Guy.
The best thing ever, and no, Game Guy was the best part. You need to, real talk, I'm sorry for hurting us here. You need to watch the Let's Play that we're posting this week for Mario Party 3. We had the most amazing Game Guy moments. It was the best thing you'll ever see. No, but Mario Party, make a good Mario Party that I can play online, because it's fun.
God, if I could play Mario Party online with you guys, I don't think I'd ever do anything else.
Justin,
my girlfriend would leave me.
Justin, you can.
You can. It's possible. Let's do it.
It's a little laggy, but my God, it's the best.
Can I do it on a Mac?
Yes, you can.
Yeah.
All right. Well,
you just need to be willing to emulate. But yeah, no, that's what I want. I want Nintendo to make a Mario Party online. I don't care if it's new or old. I just want it to be good, and I want it to be fun, and I want to be able to play Mario Party with my friends. That's all I want. All I need in life.
I want another Link Between Worlds, really. I want another top-down 2D traditional Zelda game on 3DS or Switch. I don't care what, but I want to have that feeling again. Link Between Worlds was a nice little nostalgia trip. I want them to take that game engine and make a completely new game out of it. Hell, make it big and open world like a Link or like Breath of the Wild if they want, as long as it feels like an old Zelda.
Can I make a request for your Nintendo company? Can you do like a sprite thing instead of a 3D model thing? Because when it's top down, I don't know. Personally, I felt like it felt lazier than like A Link to the Past, just because of the 3D models.
You know, I do love those stereoscopic effects. So
yeah, I hear that. But you could do that with sprites too. It'd just be more poppy and less,
not as well
realistic.
top down as you can side scrolling though.
Yeah.
Oh hell, give us a Zelda 2 remake. You know, fix it so that it's not quite so broken and difficult, and re-release it on something, re-release on eShop or something.
You really need to be a part of our Discord, because we have had this conversation and we are very divided.
I'm gonna jump in here and say that if I ran Nintendo, I would finally figure out the fucking Nintendo account system and unify everything. So then when you buy your games, they're gonna transfer over to whatever. Like, let's fix that. Let's get that going. Let's make sure that we reward our loyal customers so they don't have to go through this nightmare ever again.
Including
How lame is it that
game save transfers for games that exist on multiple systems.
Well, that's Eugene's headspace too. Like, he's like an operations manager type person. Like, that's where he goes. Like, sure. I want to make video games. Eugene wants to run them. So like,
which is why we all talk and he manages.
So yeah, that would be my choice for sure.
The one thing I want is I want a party chat system like the PlayStation ecosystem has. I think that is one of the coolest features, where you can just, start a chat and it works no matter what game you guys are playing. It runs through your Switch.
I don't even care if it runs through your phone. It just needs to be all inclusive.
No, I want it to run through my Switch, because I don't like having to have my laptop or my iPad or my phone just so I can talk with my friends while I'm playing a game. Yeah. I just want it to run through my one device.
See, I would rather
headsets work.
If the Switch had that with video calling, like if I could just put a little Skype call on the side and like have your guys' video pop up, I would prefer that over Skype. As it is, if we just had voice chat, I think I would prefer to stick with the Switch or to stick with Skype. Because I like actually being able to like look at you guys and react as we're playing,
Not only that, but I like being able to, like, one of the problems with most voice chats is that, once you leave the round or whatever, you lose the people you're chatting with, or, one of the great things about using a third-party chat app is that no matter what is going on in the game, if somebody gets kicked from the game or,
but I think that's Steve's thing.
Yeah,
that's what the party
exactly
chat does.
Okay. Party chat is an app. I'm going to finish talking.
Also, Mike hasn't gone.
Yeah. Party chat is an app that runs in the background of your PlayStation 4. And you can be playing Call of Duty. I can be playing Minecraft. Eugene can be playing PUBG. And we can all be in one party chat just BSing.
So what's the point of having it if we all have Skype? That's the thing.
You can do it off your system.
Yeah, I think the point would be that it's like just top level, right? So then it runs like on the system level, kind of like Xbox Live does for the Xbox 360 or whatever. And you can just be in a party chat. It doesn't matter what games you're playing, but it's still able to.
It just drives me nuts having to have two devices. I hate having to have.
See, and I would rather not take bandwidth away from the game. Or like even processing power.
I think that's a bullshit excuse. I played party chat on computer with like PUBG and like on the Xbox Live with like voice chat on and everything like that. And that's honest. That's just if the voice chat is taking so much bandwidth, fix your fucking codec, because that's unacceptable.
I guess my opinion is I could take it or leave it. I couldn't care.
And like Andy points out, not only do you get the voice chat through your headphones, you get the game audio through your headphones at the same time without having to wear a second headset.
Right, exactly.
I don't know about you guys, but I'm kind of dying to hear what Mike has to say.
Same.
Thanks, Lucas. I appreciate that.
I assumed he didn't have to say anything because he didn't.
I was trying to say shit, but y'all kept cutting me off with your, I want fucking hammer. But no, fucking...
I do want hammer.
I was gonna say Mario Party, but then shut the fuck up. I was gonna say Mario Party, but then Lucas took that right away. But now I'm thinking more like a good Kirby or like an F-Zero. I don't know, something. I want an F-Zero with like Mario Kart's like detail, like the focus they put into that game, and like I don't know. Now I'm so pissed off I didn't get a chance to answer. By the way, I forgot what I was going to answer with.
As long as it's got like the cart customization that GX had, I'm sold, because that was what made that game so much fun for me. Like I could care less about being, I could care less about being Captain Falcon. I just want to like be myself in F-Zero, you know?
Exactly, and like I'd love to like, I don't know, I'd love to just fucking have them make that game like quality online, have a good quality customization setup, have a bunch of characters.
As long as it's as accessible as F-Zero X was, and not like hard as balls like GX was, I'd definitely want another F-Zero.
No, I want that hard as balls GX experience. Like I loved that.
All right. Well, I guess that's our second timer for our original timer. So why don't you take us away with Minus?
All right, minus 64. Brilliant question. Top quality. I love this question. Top quality. Minus 64 reads to us. Heard this debate on the radio, and asked some people at work. So I want to know your thoughts too. How many holes does a straw have?
Oh, gosh.
A straw has one hole because the hole connects from the top to the bottom. Like just like if you drew a hole from New York to China, it's one fucking hole. It doesn't matter if there's a top and a bottom. They continuously flow through one cylinder, therefore it is one hole.
Precisely. Mike has the correct answer.
I'm going with the scientifically sound answer there.
Physics, science. I don't give a fuck. That's too. There people are Minus and Andy, not Andy, Phantom are like, it has two openings. I don't care. It is one thing. Like
I choose to believe that a straw has millions of microscopic holes all throughout its body, and that each hole is actually a sentient being and the soul of someone we've lost in this world.
Now, like comparatively, if you just say like, oh, a human's like like endogastric system, like from the mouth to the anus, that's two different holes and two different orifices. But like there's a difference. A straw has one hole. There's no other way around it.
A straw has billions of holes. You're wrong, but it's cool. It's cute that you think.
So Eugene, you have to break this.
I'm building a wall out of straw now.
Oh, God.
I hope there isn't a strong-lunged wolf nearby.
Oh, okay. So, but here, answer me this question. What if it's a swirly straw? Then it's not exactly like a
It still has one hole. It's
still one hole.
It's still one pipe.
Okay, I have a question for you.
It doesn't matter what shape the pipe is.
What? I have a question. What if it is a Y-shaped straw meant for two people to drink out of it? Is that one hole with three openings?
No, that's
or
two
is
holes.
that two holes? Okay.
That is two holes.
But there's three holes on the how? No,
or is it four?
This is just killing me. Not to make inappropriate comments right now.
Here.
Where the fuck are you seeing a Y-shaped straw?
I don't know. That's a good. That's a good selling point for romantic couples who want to sip sody pop together at the local malt shop.
Share a straw.
It has two holes because you have one hole going from left down and one hole going from right down. It is two holes.
I swear, if Nintendo steals this from me too, I'm gonna be really pissed off.
I'm trying to find something with a hole in it here.
Can I ask a question? Why are we a Nintendo podcast?
Why are we friends?
All right, we are gonna put a close to this topic. Minus, thank you for that one though. Some thoughtful debate. We're gonna have to think about that more. I think I'm with you, Lucas.
There's nothing to think about.
No. This Y-shaped straw. You gotta think about that one.
Great.
Is this where we're gonna make our money? Screw the Patreon. We're gonna invent the Y-shaped straw trademark now.
We need to start a poll, and in order to vote for the poll, you have to donate $1.
This is proof of concept. Minus, I want you to 3D print me a Y-shaped straw tonight, so that I can have my prototype ready for the copyright board. Minus says he's on it. Fantastic. All right.
This is the dumbest thing. Like the fact that you can't see that it's one hole or two hole for a Y-shaped straw makes me want. I just want to slap you all here.
Even on a Y-shaped straw, it's still one hole because it's
it's
one,
3.
It's one piece of plastic.
Yeah, but it has
You're
3
one
openings.
piece of plastic. There's 3 holes.
But it's only one piece of plastic.
It has 2 different focal points, so it's 2 holes.
You've ruined us. Once upon a time, we were a Nintendo podcast. Now we're talking about straws.
And
this is the most unpolitical thing we could possibly talk about.
Moving on.
This is the most heavy debate we've had since Game of the Year.
Before we close the door on this, I'd just like to say that Minus in chat says, my evil plan is working. We're all eating out of his hand.
Hack says the answer is 0. What? No.
All right. Let's move on to Phantom's question. Why don't you take us to the final one, please?
All right. If Nintendo could buy any company, which company would you guys want it to be? And I actually have 2 answers for this.
Capcom.
All right. I now have 3 answers.
Yes.
Actually 4.
Lucas's Straw Company.
I think. All right. I have been saying this for years, actually. I think Nintendo should buy Sega and or Platinum, but not restrict them to making games only for Nintendo systems. So do kind of like Disney did with Marvel and be like, we own you and we will benefit from your sales, but we are not going to close the deals you already have. So like Nintendo owns Platinum and Bayonetta comes out on all 3 systems, but that money gets funneled back into Nintendo, whether it's sold on Sony, Microsoft, or a Nintendo system. I think there'd be a great business practice for Nintendo and, really help kind of keep their bottom line good. Plus Nintendo's getting their name, getting their brands out there for people who, like keep Mario and Zelda and stuff like that on Nintendo systems, but Nintendo also has an outreach on other stuff.
See, I say Capcom for a much greedier, less sound reason. I think that Capcom hasn't really been doing right by their own series for like
Konami
a long time. Yeah, I guess Konami. I just don't have as much of an. I just don't have much of an interest in Konami games, but like I'd like to see Nintendo do Mega Man. I think Nintendo could do some really cool things with like a 3D platforming Mega Man kind of game. Yeah. I'd like to see Nintendo take a stab at like making Phoenix Wright more of a mainstream series, maybe rebooting that or something, Street Fighter would be cool.
Yeah.
Like I don't know. For me, it's more greedy than that. Like hilariously, I'd love to see them take a company like Rockstar or Bethesda, just because that would be so funny. But like, I think if I'm talking realistic, like I can picture in my head like a Mega Man game where you're like running around a big open area, kind of like Bomberman 64 style, and like that's the game, Like I could see Nintendo doing something really innovative with it instead of just making Mega Man 12 and promising legends and not delivering and like, rehashing a bunch of old games.
Hell, if Nintendo got Capcom, they could get Power Stone and then make it like, kind of revive that, even though it's basically Smash Bros.
Right, but it's a 3D Smash Brothers, so they could like spin them off into separate directions. It'd be like 3D Mario versus 2D Mario. You'd have 3D Smash versus 2D Smash.
That'd be cool.
What do you got for me, Mike?
I either want Nintendo to buy Hudson so I can get my my Mario my Mario Party is not Mario Party, but whatever Hudson's.
No, they did
Mario Tennis, Mario Golf, Mario Party.
Yeah. I want either Hudson Soft or I want Bandai Namco.
Yep.
Because
go ahead.
Bamco Bamco does Tekken really well, and I don't give a fuck what you guys think, but Smash with Bamco's assistance was a top-notch game.
And I was just gonna say, like the Tekken Tag Tournament 2 for Wii U, the Nintendo related stuff that they put in there was just batshit crazy fun. So.
Are they the same group that does? No, that's Koei Tecmo I'm thinking of that does the Warriors games.
The Warriors.
But what do you got for me, Steve?
So I want to see 2 things. I want to see Nintendo purchase the Lego company.
Oh God!
Because I've seen what can be done with Legos.
Gee, who saw
how creative Nintendo are? Just the stuff they could do with that. I also want to see them buy Toys R Us. because they could take Toys R Us, turn it into a World of Nintendo store.
I like that.
On every block.
Awesome.
Literally, right?
I would.
That's
will
actually
say
not impractical because Toys R Us is, declaring bankruptcy. Yes.
It would be nice to start seeing like World of Nintendo stores like mass produced, because it feels so sucky that like they only exist in like 2 cities,
Make it like the Disney store where, there's one in every major mall.
Yeah.
Well, and with everything you guys were just talking about Labo, I'm surprised it was me that came to the conclusion of Lego. That was that was what I was thinking about earlier when you guys were talking about Lego.
Honestly, I'd rather see Nintendo own a game company than a toy company, but that's because I play games.
Any Nintendo toys?
Well, yeah, but like I prefer
is a toy company, really. But
I prefer video games over toys. Like I'd rather see Nintendo snag up a bunch of new IPs than be able to buy like a Mario toy, But that's personal preference.
And the reason I wouldn't think Lego is because I think all of our answers, except for yours, Steve, because you're wrong, were all like within the realm of realism. Like all of these are smaller companies that Nintendo could potentially absorb, whereas Lego could probably buy Nintendo.
Well, I feel like it's
question. The question wasn't if Nintendo could realistically buy a company tomorrow, what would it be? The question was if Nintendo could buy any company, which company would you guys like it to be?
But they couldn't, so
I feel like
it doesn't matter. That was the question.
I feel like on a larger scale, this is like the Nintendo fanboy question of the year, because I feel like we always do this as Nintendo fans. Like we always say, "Oh, wouldn't it be great if this company was owned by Nintendo or that company was owned by Nintendo?" And I think the reason for that is because as people who mostly play Nintendo games, we feel like they do games better than a lot of other companies, That's why we buy Nintendo systems. So
sure. So real quick before the timer goes off, because there's not much time actually. Like aside from Konami and Capcom, because I think those are like the right answers, right? They have like a rich and
Sega. Don't forget Sega.
And Sega.
See, I don't want them to. I don't want them to own Sega personally. I like what Sega does by itself. But anyway.
But aside from that, the only things that come to my head are like Bandai or SNK or maybe even Visceral. Like they just got shut down, so like it'd be cool to see some of their old projects brought back. But
Nintendo should buy Steam just for the hell of it.
Star Wars Battlefront, good one.
All right, so that's going to do it for Question Block. Thank you, everybody who submitted a question. If you would like to be a part of the show as well, you can do so by going to patreon.com/InfendoRadio. So let's move on.
Before we move on, I have a update. I asked Brianna, and a straw has 1 hole.
Oh, well, if Brianna says it has 1 hole, then clearly it does.
The definition of hole is a hollow place in a solid body or surface, which therefore means it is 1 hole.
So you just don't believe that it's thousands of holes because you're a dirty non-believer. It's not something you can see or feel, Mike. It's something you have to feel in here.
I'm a 0 hole convert recently from Jacob
Oh,
Taylor,
you're one of those. Okay, yeah. There's no hole. The world is just what you see and what you get. And when you die, you don't go into the great straw. You did no hole. Okay, yeah. That makes sense.
0 hole.
You fucking flat straw people, man. You guys are dumb.
All right, so we're going to move into change the system here. So who has been playing some interesting games this week and wants to talk about them? Lucas and I got to play some games. We kind of alluded to that earlier, so that was a blast.
I want to talk about that.
Well, let's just go right into it then.
Okay, so I guess the preface to this is if you haven't been getting spammed with YouTube notifications this week, we've been uploading a bunch of Infendo Plays videos, which is like our new kind of like casual Let's Playing stuff that we're doing. And Eugene was like, hey, let's fire up the Mario Party 3 emulator and get some video footage of us playing Mario Party 3. And I was like, yes, please. So,
but first we had to play Computer Warriors because that game sucks too.
So we spent about an hour and a half, and all this is in the video too, which will probably go up on Monday. We spent about an hour and a half trying to set up our internet. We finally got it working. We cried a little, and then we started playing Mario Party 3. It was not without lag, but my God, playing an N64 game with my friend who lives in another state is like the coolest thing I've ever
You played off the keyboard and everything.
Oh god! Oh, and that damn keyboard. I won't spoil anything if people actually want to see the footage, but that damn keyboard got in my way when I didn't need it to. It was so much fun. We were able to play. I think our session lasted about an hour and 20 minutes, maybe. We were able to play right up until the end. We got a hiccup and we got disconnected. But
I think I figured out what happened. I got a notification and then I clicked away. Well, I was losing actually. Lucas was, but at least Lucas beat Donkey Kong. So that's all that matters. No spoilers.
No spoilers.
But I think it was probably user error more than anything. But regardless, it was just so fun. Like,
okay, well, if it was, we'll see it on the video because we're using my audio but your video. There's like a bunch of scenes at the beginning where like you exit out of full screen for a second and we see your computer specs.
Right? See my RAM going at full speed. But no, like, so we were talking actually during the Let's Play that, man, like all Nintendo needs to do is literally dump all their ROMs of like stuff like this and just tack on some internet support because like we had to like hack it, but like I'm sure like somebody smarter than us could probably figure out some kind of easy interface to make it work and like to make it not laggy and like to let us play some old ass games together because that was really cool.
It was so much fun. I can't wait to do it with like all of us. Well, 4 of us at some point because it was, oh God, anytime that Eugene is free, we need to play Mario Party online.
Yeah, that's another thing. We were like hacking into freaking IP addresses and like trying to
Eugene had to like reroute his IP address. We had to delete his firewall and like
I had to open up port forwarding. Like it was a mess. It was an ordeal, but we got it done. And fucking that fucking Donkey Kong. He's a son of a bitch.
That Trumpy Kong. He did what he did. But, oh God. I guess you want it or should I?
I was just gonna move on into what else I played, but why don't you go first because it sounds like you're already there.
Well, I mean, I'm playing Mario Sunshine right now. For those of you who haven't been paying attention to me, Sunshine is the one 3D Mario game I'm realizing I didn't 100%. So I'm setting out to fix that, and I'm gonna go after all 120 Shine sprites this time. So that's a thing I'm doing. I'm at like 38, I guess. I don't know, 38, and technically 39 because I have 10 blue coins.
I was wondering what that spice orange controller was for.
Oh yeah. Grabbed the first one that actually worked, and I went with it. Short of that, I played a couple of good games actually. I played Snipper Clips for the first time, and I played it totally by myself. But I really liked it. It's a cool game.
It's boring.
I also it's actually a lot of fun. You should give it a try.
No, I mean Snipper Clips sounds like fun. Playing it alone sounds boring.
No, actually, I had a lot of fun with it. It's a fun puzzle game, but I grew up an only child, so I'm kind of used to that. A game I didn't play alone, a game I played with my best buddy Corey, was Lovers in a Dangerous Space-Time, which is a really cool game too. It's basically like a space shooter game, but you actually control like your pilot. So you go around from like point to point on the ship, and you go from like shields to like weapons to navigation. God, it's so much fun. Like we played through the whole thing
on Wii U. Actually, wasn't it a Wii U game?
I don't know. I just saw it on Switch and Steam, but it might be a Wii U game. But yeah, no, it's a really fun game. Like if you're looking for some fun couch co-op, like it's so much fun. We had this one segment where we had to get 10 little guys in like 5 minutes. And we were going for 100% during like our playthrough. And we freaking, like the third time we did the course, we just nailed it. And it was so satisfying. Short of that, I haven't really had much other gaming time. I haven't really been playing much Monster Hunter Stories, mostly just because I've had a lot of other games to play and I've been putting a lot of time into editing videos. I'm going to start playing World to the West, which is a game that we actually got an Infendo review code for. So I'm looking forward to playing and reviewing that and having that up hopefully this week. But that's kind of it.
Nice. Well, I guess I'll jump right into that because I wasn't really playing all that much myself. Aside from Mario Party and PUBG and all the usual bullshit, I did get to play some more of that VR Operation Wolf style game I played last week. I ended up beating that. Super fun. I highly recommend it. It was well worth the like $20 or whatever it was that I ended up paying for that. So I definitely wanted to give that one a shout out. Steve actually turned me on to a cool
the Jedi one.
Yeah,
I want to try that game so bad.
Right? So I downloaded it. I actually haven't played it. I actually don't even remember the name. Do you remember the name, Steve?
It's called Beat Saber.
Beat Saber. Beat Saber. Yeah.
It's basically like if Guitar Hero and a lightsaber game had a baby. It's got it. Do you care if I kind of explain the premise?
No, go ahead. Go ahead.
Basically, what it is you've got. It looks like Guitar Hero, where you have quote unquote notes coming down a note highway or whatever, but these notes are triangles and they're color coded. So I think your left one is blue and your right one is red, if I remember right. And
something like that.
On these notes, not only do you have to hit the note, you have to hit it in the direction it's telling you to. So if it's facing away from you, you have to swing up. If the arrow's facing towards you, you have to swing down.
It sounds a lot like the Fantasia Connect game where you had the yeah.
When I was watching the gameplay videos, it actually reminded me a lot of like Breath of the Wild with that, like, do you swing up or down or diagonal kind of thing?
Skyward Sword.
Skyward Sword.
Oh, Skyward Sword.
Yeah. But yeah, I saw this game on Twitter and I'm like, oh my gosh, that looks amazing. So I sent it to these guys, and then I didn't realize that Eugene had a VR system that he could actually play it on. Yeah. So which systems is it out for, Eugene? Do you know?
I think it's native to Vive, but like there's like Vive to Oculus emulation type stuff, which I have. So I got it from Steam.
Oh, cool. So yeah, I'm excited to hear what you have to say about that one.
Yeah, I'm excited to dive into that one as well. So I'll have more thoughts on that next week. The next thing that I have is actually, so this is the game that I've been putting the most time into, probably aside from PUBG, because it is a longer game and you have to beat it multiple times. And it's one of Lucas's games, and I finally beat it. I actually beat Zero Escape. It was really good. I got to the end. Yeah, I got to the end.
Was it confusing as balls? Like, it's so weird. Right?
Yeah, no, it was, yeah, because there are multiple endings, so you actually have to get all the secret archives to get the final ending. But I did that, and it was really good. I really actually enjoyed my time with it, so it was really cool.
So you already kind of knew what was coming because I've talked a lot about it. So you didn't have like that first head trip moment where like you started a second file and like they choose a different answer and you're like,
right,
what? Like that got me so much the first time I played. I was like, she didn't choose kill, she chose save. Like, what's going on?
Right. No, dude, it's so cool. Like, and then the story was actually pretty interesting. Like there was a lot going on there, about the Radical 6 virus and everything like that. So like there was a Sigma in the game, so that was cool. I got to
where I stole it from.
So yeah, it was really I enjoyed my time with that game for sure. So
I should mention that although I've only put like 30 minutes into it so far, I just touched the surface of Illusion of Gaia last week. Like I was sitting down, I was bored. I was like, Eugene's playing my game, let me start playing his. So I just got out of the castle in that game, so I didn't really have much to say on it. But since you're talking about my game, I might as well mention that I'm going to try to play through yours.
Nice, fair enough. That's cool. All right, but that's really all I've got. So I'm going to toss it off to one of the rest of y'all. Who else has been playing some games this week?
Well, I've been playing quite a bit more Skyrim lately, among a few other games, but Skyrim mostly. I've gotten a little bit more of a feel for it, so I can actually give some informed opinions on it. First of all, I'm loving it. Like, I can totally see how somebody could spend 200 hours in this game. Like, it's really hitting that open world, Breath of the Wild, Rockstar Games sort of vibe for me, where you set off on a quest, something over here distracts you, you go over, you end up on another quest, and you never really, like, the world is ending tomorrow, but hang on, I gotta go bring this letter to that guy. It's like, that whole like complete nonsensical open world, do whatever you want sort of thing. So I'm, and it's really hitting that note with me, because I love that sort of stuff. That said, there are a few things I'm not a fan of. I don't like the graphics.
Of course not.
And, well, that sounded rather snide, or are you agreeing with me?
No, it's like a 10-year-old game. Of course, you're not going to like
it's
the
not.
graphics.
I don't even care about that. I don't even care about that. Well, first of all, I mean, from what I read, it is the remastered edition. I mean, scaled down a little bit because Switch isn't as powerful as PS4. But
I'll be real. It looks just like it looked when it came out on PC, and just like it looked like when it came out on Xbox in the old days.
See, well, here's my problem with it, and it's a problem that I have with a lot of games that aren't made by Nintendo.
Too dark, too gritty.
Yeah, it is dull. Like the color, like one thing I loved about Breath of the Wild's graphic style is everything popped. The colors popped. Yeah. You could see things in a distance. Like everything is so brown and gray and muddy that like nothing is interesting to look at. The design of everything is gorgeous. Like you really kind of get a feel for a real world, but it doesn't like I said, it just doesn't really pop off the screen like.
It probably has all of those trappings of like an old Unreal Engine 3 game, right? It just like looks
it doesn't
real life.
It doesn't have that. It doesn't have that like Nintendo neon palette to it. It looks like real life, It's got that
except without color.
It looks like what you'd expect like a cold mountainous region to look like. It looks dark and gray,
Well, and this is like a trope of games of that era, and I think Skyrim was kind of on the tail end of that era where everything had to be brown and drab and gray to look real, even though you step outside and it's bright and colorful. But to make it real in the game, it has to be gritty looking. That said, I mean, just the world, like it never seems like. Again, I'll set off on a quest and I'll be wandering off, and they'll see, the little map will show me, oh, hey, look, there's a town or building up here. So I'll just veer off this way.
I was laughing at your Facebook post where you had a giant like hit somebody up in the air or something like that. You're like,
I don't even know. I think it was just a glitch because it was, I had this like a goat or a deer or something appeared in the background, and it was like way off in the distance, and it went straight up and straight down in a neutral position. Like it didn't know exactly where to spawn the thing. It just kind of like, I don't know, here. But
and then I didn't realize Skyrim had video capture functionality.
Yeah, I've captured a few videos. I need to share a few more of them. But
Skyrim is such a derpy game. Like between the comments that you'll hear like 1,000 times in a single playthrough, and like the way that like the models will bend and perturb and everything, it's great that it has that, because like any game that uses like kind of a bizarre, like how Breath of the Wild has like its ragdoll physics engine, like any game that uses that kind of like design is gonna have moments you're going to want to capture,
And I kind of miss the ragdoll physics of like the combat. Like I feel like the combat is very like not very tactile because everything's kind of like a phoned in animation until it's dead, then it ragdolls. Whereas
I'm curious.
But
I'm curious to hear, are you playing in 2D or 2D? Are you playing first person or third person? Because I cannot play that game in first person.
I play it mostly in third person. I will switch to first person for like aiming the bow.
I will say, sorry, I do this all the time. I steal everybody else's.
No, go ahead. This is my first experience with any Elder Scrolls game, so.
I was just gonna say my favorite thing my favorite minor game mechanic that came out in like the last 10 years is that you can aim bows and guns with like motion controls now.
Yeah.
And I like that they kept that in Skyrim for the Switch.
Yeah.
I like that you can actually move the system and like aim the bow.
I haven't done. I mostly play it on the TV when I can. I'll play it on in handheld mode when Like,
well, then the Joy-Cons.
Yeah. Well, no, I don't even use that. I just use it like a like a Game Boy style. But I mean, it does help kind of fine tune your aiming. But I'm more of a joystick aimer. Like I'll aim it at the guy and then just kind of tilt to fine tune the aim. Archery, I'm getting a little bit better at, but mostly I just pull out my master sword and beat the crap out of whatever is in front of me. So, and I am so obsessive compulsive about collecting everything from every enemy that I kill.
Oh no!
And then like storing
no,
like, oh shit! I'm bogged down. Find a chest, load stuff. Oh, gotta go sell it all. And it's like I've got so much money.
That is too much, man.
Before I end my turn, I have played a couple more games. I did start playing Blaster Master Zero, which is what inspired me to throw it into Nintendo's.
Thank you.
And I'm enjoying that as much as I enjoyed the demo. Steve is flipping me off because he didn't.
I'm flipping Lucas off for getting my point.
No, everybody got your point, Steve. You failed completely.
It's true. Eugene got my point. Lucas got my point.
And I played a round level, whatever group of stages in Thumper. And I can totally see why you guys like that. It really hits that rhythm game nerve that I've been missing since I can't play Rock Band Blitz or anything like that anymore.
Are you playing with headphones?
No. The only time I've played it so far is playing it on the TV with my 5.1 surround sound. So
okay, I was gonna say next time play it with some headphones. Even if you're playing on the TV, just hook a headset up to it or something, because it really changes the game.
Okay.
And I'm sure Eugene will back me on that.
Yeah, for sure.
He played it in VR.
Well, I know they advertise that you should play it with headphones. I just I had it on the.
I didn't even know you got that game. I'm excited to hear your impressions about it because I really enjoyed it.
Yeah, I mean that and Blaster Master were on sale, so I'm like, I got the money in the account, may as well blow it on something I was curious about since Ukulele's not dropping in price anytime soon.
Have either of you guys got Thumper on the iPhone yet? See what it's all about?
There's a Thumper on the iPhone? I had no idea.
Yeah,
I'll look into that now.
I guess I'll have to be the one to buy that because it looks interesting.
Well, why don't you be the one to talk about your change to the system?
So I want to pick up from there.
Yeah, so I also got a review code. For those of you that don't go to infendo.com, you should, because there are 3 reviews coming out this week from me. The first game I reviewed was one we got a code for. It was called Linkapix Color. I'm not gonna really go into it with what exactly the game. Well, I don't know. It's kind of like Picross in a way, but instead of having the numbers on the outside of your grid, they're more on the inside of the grid. And like if you have 2 3s that are both blue, you're supposed to figure out how to connect those 2 3s with a line of some sort. It can have an angle in it. It can be a straight line, but it cannot be a diagonal line. So kind of like in Picross, where you would start with the big numbers, in Linkapix, you start with the small numbers. So all of your 2s are going to connect to the 2 right next to it. You just need to figure, am I connecting up and down, or am I connecting left and right? And that kind of gives you the boundaries of what you're going to be working with for the rest of the level. Like Picross, the goal is to form, like an 8-bit picture or something to that effect. And you're supposed to do it, without using any hints or without making any mistakes type deal. Sure. So I put out a review for that game. So you'll have to go to the website tomorrow and see what I gave it. I enjoyed it. It's an inexpensive 3DS game on the puzzle, or it's an inexpensive puzzle game on the 3DS. Excuse me.
The Nintendo Puzzle was a short-lived system, but damn if it's not one of my favorites.
Yeah, I think I might need to sing Happy Birthday to Justin to make sure I didn't just have a stroke, and because tomorrow is his birthday. So that review comes out tomorrow. And then Tuesday, my review for Super Meat Boy comes out on the Switch. I picked that one up a couple weeks ago. I've been playing it. I forgot how good that game was. And I didn't realize how amazing the soundtrack was. I used the last of my Patreon money to actually buy the soundtrack for that game off Bandcamp, and it is so good.
If you've got the patience for Meat Boy, I've got a game for you. It's called Dark Souls, coming to the Switch soon.
Oh, God.
So what you're saying is I need to play Dark Souls with you.
Well, I mean, it's kind of the same concept, right? You bang your head against the wall, you keep dying, and then you get better at it. You progress a little bit more, and you finally beat it. That's like the same concept as Dark Souls.
What I heard him saying was, if you have the patience for Meat Boy, you need to play Dark Souls. So you shouldn't be playing either of them, Steve.
Oh yeah, because you were on the call with me when I was playing Meat Boy, and it really
you don't do well with games that make you
I do fine. I just have a really foul mouth when I play said game.
Which is funny because you were the cleanest of all of us on the podcast.
Yeah, even my wife was like, "Wow, what are you playing?" So yeah, I've been playing that game. That review goes up on Tuesday, and then Wednesday, my review of Mutant Mud's collection for the Switch comes out. Beyond those 3 games, I have been playing Minecraft again. I got kind of heavy into it, started a new world on creative. So I'm excited. I'm going to have Lucas help me do a capture session once I've got my world a little more the way I want it, and we'll put it on both the Infendo YouTube channel, and we'll probably upload it onto my YouTube channel as well. So I don't know. I honestly see myself playing Minecraft next Saturday night if anyone wants to join me. So we'll have to do an old style Infendo game night. And I think that's it, actually. I don't think I've played anything else this week.
Did you guys are you guys still doing the Pokemon thing, or you guys kind of give up on that one?
Well, we'll go back to it eventually. We just
yeah.
Monster Hunter Stories kind of ate into our Pokemon time. Like, I'd like to play
I guess
Pokemon
that's
again, but
Yeah.
you know, I'm sure I will. Pokemon isn't one of those games you just stop playing. It's just one of those
No.
games you kind of put down for a while.
Well, yeah,
But
you go in and out of being addicted to that one, and right now I'm out.
Yeah.
Right now it's back to Minecraft.
Sure. Cool. Well, Mike, why don't you take us away? What have you been playing this week besides ARMS? Is that what you're still going off on right now?
No, I've been sitting here playing Minecraft, building my wall because I'm so fucking bored. But
I love you too.
yeah, really.
I tapered off during your conversation. But so I've been well, school started on Tuesday, so I've been busy with that. Sunday night after we got done with the podcast and we were fucking around, Lucas and I played some NBA Playgrounds. But that was like about 10 minutes of.
Did you just gag?
I did. NBA, we did like 10 minutes of that. I beat him, and I haven't touched it since. I'm just so heartbroken by the fact that I had to buy that game again, or not buy it.
I've actually been playing it like on and off this week. Like, it got me back into it.
But we played some Rocket League too, and that was fairly decent. We did a decent job at holding our own, and Phantom came in and helped us goaltend for a little while. Y'all saw our Bomberman and our Riptide adventures. Y'all didn't see our Monopoly though. That was a shit show.
Monopoly, we couldn't play the game and we couldn't record it either. We had issues on both ends, so that was a sign.
But doing some ARMS because Party Crash is going on. I'm repping in Misongo, and I know Lucas is gonna be a little pop, so we're not gonna be buddy on this one. But I played a little bit of Xenoverse because I'm waiting for that fucking DLC to come out. Playing Minecraft right now. Monster Hunter Stories is eating up the bulk of my time. I can get home from school and play that. I haven't touched my Switch since the last podcast, but been playing Monster Hunter Stories right now. I'm just trying to collect some eggs so I can get some decent monster fodder, so I can properly get the skills and the traits that I want and the elements on the monsters that I want. I'm not going to say what I want because I don't want to spoil anything, because I want to make some of it a surprise for Lucas and Steven early play. But I've had a very small amount of playtime, and I've been busy with school and stuff. School the Game is a horrible game. I don't recommend anyone pick it up. But I'm doing the 8-year community college DLC pack right now. But
I hear it's expensive.
Well, I got it for free. I haven't really paid much of anything at all. But fucking the annoying part is it's a fucking 2-year game, but I'm playing it for 8 years. But I'm almost done. Couple more weeks, and then I do externship, and then hopefully I'll have time to play games a little bit more than just Sunday nights. But hey, yeah, I'm lame. I'm boring. I'm looking forward to playing some games for the websites. Yeah, I'm looking forward to reviewing some games and getting back onto the Let's Play stuff with Lucas, because that was probably the highlight of my gaming this entire week.
Aww.
Yeah, that's it.
Nice.
See how quick and easy that was, guys?
Well, fair enough. Because we didn't even need a timer for your change of the system here tonight.
What are you trying to say there, Mike, huh? Normally the timer's going out on you.
No!
Yeah, well, I don't even need a double time at this time. I'm just quick with it. I'm good, and I'm better than you.
Quicker ain't always
Well-
good, my friend. Unless you're playing Mario Kart.
Oh God.
Well, let's move on to somebody who's always better than us, and that is Hax, because he is our executive producer for the month. And he deserves our praise. He's one hell of a guy. I appreciate him being our executive producer. And yeah, it's been thank you guys so much, everybody, not just Hax, but everybody who's joined our Patreon. But Hax especially, because
Since we're Hax, if you want to come on and tell us what you've been playing this week, since we're already goading about you, you can come on and talk to us about your games.
Breath of the Wild and pretty much nothing else.
Oh shit! You actually came on. Cool.
Cool. Well, so that's awesome. So, that's gonna bring us to the end of the show, you guys. It's been a week. We're almost to the end of the month. Next week we will actually have Hax on the show, but not just Hax. We'll have Phantom as well, because they are going to be joining us as part of their Patreon reward. So that's gonna be actually really awesome. We're gonna have a full show. We're gonna just have a show like normal, and we'll run through the news and play Nintendo, talk about the games we've been playing. So I'm really excited for that. That should be really interesting next week. So join us as we do that. And if you want to join in on the fun, you can too by going to patreon.com/Infendo Radio. So with that, Mike, why don't you take us out? What have you been playing, or what have you been playing? Where can we find you on the
I've
internet?
been playing Minecraft, having so bored listening to you guys talk. I'm building my wall right now.
When did you fall off, Mike?
Oh man, I fell off the wagon of the child, and that's why I'm here with you guys. You can follow me on Twitter at Mike_the_poet. You can find me on the Discord, because Hax told us to plug that. We forgot. You can find me on the Infendo Radio Discord. You can find me, Twitter. You can find me on Switch on weekends. You can find me on the 3DS on weekdays if you Discord or text me or whatever. I updated a review on Infendo Radio, so you can come read that, and hopefully I'll have time to post some more shit. So yeah, there you go.
Awesome. Well, Justin, where can we find
We're all
you?
going once, guys.
Waiting to hear whose name Eugene was going to call next. You can find me on Twitter at InfendoJustin. All of my gaming information is in my profile there. If you want to follow my Disney page, which I need to finish up a blog for because to do this week, but go to utilidork.com, UTILIDORK. And I think that's about it.
Awesome. Steve, where can we find you this week? Are you still in Stevetopia or Gentisland or whatever it's called? Gentlantis?
Gentisland.
I think I went with Gentlantis was the final name of it. I will be in there building more pyramids, because that's kind of the theme of this world. Big giant pyramids containing pyramids, soon to have secret passages. But you can find me on Twitter at Gentis1, and you can find me at infendo.com writing reviews on Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday morning this week. So check those out.
Awesome.
I've actually got some work done this week.
Very nice. Hey, Hugh, where can we find you this week?
Hey, me? Oh, God. Well, first and foremost, you can find me on Infendo's YouTube page, because I have spent like every waking minute that I haven't spent at work editing videos this week. I'm really into it. So come watch them so I don't feel like a loser for making all this stuff.
And comment on them so he knows you've actually watched them.
We actually have our own subsection now in the page, like a playlist, Infendo Plays. Come watch us play video games. It's just like this, but there's video games. Other than that, you can find me on Patreon at patreon.com/HughAdventure. That's my Patreon for my game design. I'm actually going to be spending most of this week, every waking minute, working on my game, Hugh Adventure, because at the end of the month, all of my lovely little $5 patrons are going to get access to a new game version. And I have to make sure that it's got a lot more in it than last month had, so I got to work my butt off. And if you want to keep up to date on my Hue Adventure work, I guess the best place to go would be twitter.com/LucasPeace_. But I haven't really been posting there much lately because I've mostly been working on Infendo stuff. But this week is Hue Crunch time, so that's the goal. Yeah, and then I've got a bunch of other social media pages you can find me on, but we won't dwell on those right now because I don't want to run into like another half hour of footage.
Yeah, your timer's about to go up anyway. So
Yeah.
your timer's out of here. All right, you can find me talking in the Discord because that's what we do, talking to all of our cool Infrendos. Don't forget to join that by going to our Twitter page and join in the Discord. The invite link is in there. Speaking of Twitter, you can find me on Twitter at Infendo Eugene. You can find Infendo on Twitter at Infendo. You can find all the casino ads and reviews and all the other cool fun stuff on Infendo.com. Be sure to give those a comment, and that's about it. I just want to make sure that everybody has a good week. Being human is about fighting even when it seems hopeless, and finding happiness is even a world that hates it. So just use that with your lives.
Where did that come from?
Oh, come on. That's a Zero Escape quote. I thought that was gonna
that totally blew over my head. Like
yeah, I got nothing.
It's okay. It blew over my head too, but we're still gonna keep blowing. We're gonna keep chugging steam and make it across this ocean that we call life.
What I am, you will be. What I was, what you were, I once was. That's the only one I remember.
All right, guys.
Like you, but then I took an arrow to the knee.
Fuck off. We're getting out of here. See you guys later. It's been a ride. Night, guys.
Bye-bye.
We're sorry.
No, we're not. Don't lie.
Well, we are sorry. We're just not sorry for being sorry.
And happy birthday, Justin, tomorrow.
Yes.
That's right.
Everybody make sure you wish Justin a happy birthday on Twitter.
Happy birthday to Mike last week. Happy birthday to Justin this week.
So
happy
are we
birthday
all,
to everyone.
Are we all winter babies?
No.
Okay.
I'm a fall baby.
Yeah, just you.
I'm a February baby.
Ooh.
You're like a winter/spring baby. I'm technically like a summer/fall, but I prefer fall. And so does Harvest Moon. So.
Well, why don't we say goodbye to our live listeners? Catch you all later. See you next week.
Thanks for coming.